Hello, everybody. Welcome to Firefox Fridays number 110, the big 110. We are
Oh
now
yeah.
kicking off the stream. Of course, we still have a little bit of time before our first match comes up, but I just thought we should run with you through a few announcements. We have our very own regional coming up soon, SSS Super Smash Saturdays. That should be sometime. I think it's April 13th,
That's about
April-ish.
right.
Save the date for sure. February, March, April. Anyways, it's gonna be the biggest event we throw all year. Make sure to sign up early. Make sure to keep keep track and save the date. Also, of course, GCU has the Arizona Cactus League coming up, which we will have our Smash team participating in. So it's worth mentioning here, and it really is just worth mentioning in general because it's a lot of effort has gone to it on the part of just GCU Sports in general, really our students and our faculty. I was gonna also pull up the attendees we have for today's event.
And we've got some fun events today.
We do.
We
I did
do.
want to cover those. We have, of course, last week we had our first ever Tekken 8 bracket. Tonight we will have our second ever Tekken 8 bracket. We will also be seeing the return of Lethal League Blaze. But most prestigious of all, we will be running a Skylanders PvP side bracket. So
Oh yeah.
stay tuned for that. It is going to be probably the most fun thing we do all night.
Poser.
Oh, yeah, they're stealing your whole flow.
He's not real.
There we go. I'm
Kicking him
pulling
out
it
of the
up
menu.
here. There's the bracket link.
How could
Sorry,
they?
folks. I had to look for it for a second. I shouldn't have. Should have prepared it ahead of time. That's on me. Here we are. We have 66 attendees up from last week and the week prior. Gonna be looking like a pretty nice night here at FFF.
Very
Of course,
much
there's
so.
also a cohort of our community here going to the Renaissance Fair tomorrow. So wish us luck there. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you guys have some sort of plans with your friends tomorrow. It's always good to spend your weekends having fun.
True. True. Outside in the sun as well. I
Yeah.
mean, Arizona weather is quite
Yeah.
beautiful if you're in the area.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, I mean, to summarize, bundles of fun. It might not be the Christmas season, but there is joy to be had all throughout. And we're going to see
There
that
is.
tonight, looking at some of these matches coming up. But we see our head TO Crandor making an announcement right now. And yeah, this is like the calm before the storm. We're all kind of waiting
There it is.
for that
Skylanders
moment.
Swap Force.
Oh,
It's the third game in the series. And the last one that had PvP, they stopped having PvP after that one. So unfortunately, we can't have some of the later series entrants. But that's okay. Also, Jane is giving the very same announcements that I just ran you through now to the whole room.
wow.
Look at that. Look at what a beautiful crowd. We got so many people. Oh, hey, it's Logs. He's pointing right at us. You gotta keep on your toes. You never know when Logs is gonna point right at you.
Never. You think he's ever played Frogger?
No,
Crazy.
probably not.
It's a weird world we live in, but who's to say?
Who is to say?
Who is to say? And
We bring a good balance here, Parker, because I'm in like the workshop, the GCU, where you have the ramen hoodie. I know
forgot
you
about
do
that.
have it underneath,
I
just
do.
in case.
Just
Like Superman, you're like,
which if I need to.
yeah, exactly.
I'm still in gamer mode. I
Yeah,
haven't quite switched to commentary mode. Maybe
yeah.
it'll change
Jay walks
after
through
a
the door,
break.
you're like,
Whoa.
yeah, you're like, I got it on the whole time.
Absolutely. I'm not cold, but I am cold. It's the kind of thing where I
Yeah.
have no reason to say I'm cold,
Uh-huh.
but I'm cold.
I
Why?
was warm last night, so I was gonna plug in a fan o' mine. It's a big square, and you know how outlets are usually like this, or the plugs. It was like this, and I was like, no, and so I couldn't get it in the thing. So I'm gonna have to bend it back into shape, or just give up. But you should never give up, and we're gonna have a big lesson about that here at FFF 110. Never give up,
Never back down, never give up.
never back down, never what?
Yeah. And it's easy for us to say we'll never back down from commentating a match, but I'm sure
course.
it's going to be a lot going on. If I heard correctly, we've got, I don't know what his name is, but I know his sister, and he plays Ness, and some other guy, and that might sound like I don't know what's going on, but I do, and I know that we are in for a hype set. So I didn't didn't quite get the tags, but then it's the surprise. It could be your best friend, your mom. You never know who's playing until they
Yeah.
really get on that screen there.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about to see. So I think we've got what looks like two GCU students, two of both that I don't think participate in the more professional competition
I
side.
mean,
In
I don't know.
terms of our
Actually, I'm not
teams.
familiar with either of them, so I'm excited to see who these folks
So
are.
I hope they pop off. I was actually just playing with one of those guys
Oh, okay.
earlier.
That's how you know
Uh,
he's a student?
Oh yeah, and I know his sister,
Oh, okay.
and he
see.
doesn't know me, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I like went up to him and was like, "Dude, this is awkward," but like,
This is gonna sound weird.
it sounded really
I don't mean to
weird.
alarm you.
I don't know you, but your sister showed me a picture of you once, and I said
That's funny.
she was. I think because I'm friends with his sister, and
Yeah.
she was like, "My brother's coming to GCU," and I
Uh-huh.
said, "Oh, cool," and he's like, "Here's a picture," and I was like,
And there's a picture over
"Okay,"
there.
and here I am.
Yeah.
So it's funny how our cross have passed, and
I
now
mean, small
I'm gonna-
world.
It is a small world, and I'm gonna really, see how he does.
Right.
It was looking good. We were actually playing doubles, and we won all of them except for the one that I left. That I don't really know how that turned out, but who knows? Just make sure you give it. Just make sure you.
Who's that?
Oh yeah,
You know that guy?
Timo.
Oh,
His name is
right,
his
right,
name
right,
is
right, right.
Felix, and so I always thought his name was like Tim or something like that. No, his name is Felix, and he's really good at piano.
Right, yeah. I
So-
knew it was someone I recognized, but I couldn't place the name. It was Timo.
We out here
Got some
being
rapport.
gracious. You know how it is.
Yeah. Generous.
Very generous indeed.
Everyone applaud Parker at home.
He's giving it back to me.
Yeah.
No way. You probably don't want my controller, is what I should have said. But he's gonna come back to me and be like, "What's wrong with you?"
What if he wins with it tonight? It's like the Dom controller.
It would be. It would be indeed. So I mean, that's the thing. How much does the controller really make the game?
In my opinion, very little.
Yeah.
At least not around here. Like top level, sure.
It's interesting because in like pickleball, it's like your paddle. If you have a more expensive paddle, it doesn't do much, but like
It's a little bit of an.
it's
edge,
kind of
yeah.
nice.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit of an edge.
I have like on the higher
Oh,
end.
speaking of a little bit of an edge, we are now right into it. JJ versus Iron Eagle.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, we've got Ness and Rob, two robots. If you're looking at the people playing them, but no, sorry, that's terrible.
Only one robot on screen. Unless you want to consider Nessa's gameplay robotic.
Sometimes, but the thing is, it's almost like I would think of the Zivus. That's kind of our resident Ness man. Now it looks like we've got someone new, kind of sucking up that little energy beam. Kind of game.
Iron Eagle loves this forward air. Rising or falling is one of the only moves he has thrown out.
Something I noticed playing with him is that he's a big fan of scrapping with forward air and back air.
Yeah.
Just like that out of shield option,
Yeah.
the lingering hitbox, the size, it's a great move.
Yeah.
He's just kind of moving, It's like those characters just kind of have a flow to them, And this is one of those players. Iron Eagle looks like he's just going, No fear, getting everything. If you can scrap like this, I mean, look at the percent difference. Even if Ness isn't like traditionally more of a scrapper, there's always potential in a lot of characters, and both of these two characters are one of them.
Pretty nice drag down forward air. Go for a back throw. Pretty classic. Ness brain butter. He did a little pog.
It works? Oh, yeah.
All right. Try and play a little evasive here. Not necessarily really needed to because he's just back on the offensive already. Oh, there's a clean hit.
Well, I know that Iron Eagle plays with tap jump, and I just don't understand tap jump. JJ is also a player I don't think we've seen on stream before, but honestly, he's not that far behind. I think it's just a matter of kind of getting your footing. He's slowly kind of avoiding Iron Eagle's moves more, but he's going to need to do a lot to really not get hit with that.
Oh, flubbing the Rob recovery is pretty rough.
Robbers.
It's definitely one of the best recoveries in the game.
Very true. Maybe just, who knows? Unfortunate, but you see these upbeats coming out.
Not quite able to connect with that, but that back air will do the trick. keeping JJ off them. All right, JJ is back.
Don't call it a comeback.
Well, it certainly would be if JJ was able to come back here and take out the win. I mean, they are pretty far behind compared to Iron Eagle. Like I said, has pretty much only been building damage with that forwarder, but I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it!
The back air.
And it's broke.
Just frames away from parrying that. Not quite going to get it. Maybe trying to kind of jump away or something like that, or roll, and that back air will do it.
Yep.
They are gaming. Moving on to this game 2, though. We're getting a map reference. Honestly, I never really know what's going on with the map. Like, what can I play, what can I can't. Funny story, when my younger brother came to play, he was hovering over a map, and someone just assumed that he didn't know what the map list was, and it was Pilot Wings. And my little brother was like, I'm not going to Pilot Wings.
It's the last thing I do.
Honestly, though, I think if you could gentleman's to a stage like that, you know, I would 100% go to Hyrule Castle.
Oh, yeah.
If you could make one stage legal for no good reason, what would it be?
Make one stage illegal?
Legal.
Legal.
For no good reason. No, like, competitive reason. Just, like, personal aesthetics or
Virgil Eldon or Mishima Dojo.
yeah.
Probably Mishima Dojo, just for fun, really.
It is pretty cool.
King of Fighters Stadium is kind of too obvious.
Would you play Kazuya if
No.
it was true? No.
Oh, wow, running right into the
That's a tough
fully
one.
hit up B.
Yeah, we do see a character change onto the Pyramithra. Gonna see if he gets the spike. Iron Eagle really just kind of duking out these moves.
Yeah, he's been stock tanking pretty well. I mean, we saw how late he lived on his first stock last game. Nice, taking a little bit of extra damage there. Iron Eagle wrapping up a pretty good amount of damage on the stock as well, but gonna have to switch. Yeah, there we go. There it is.
Moving. He's getting momentum.
I was about to say, gonna have to switch if they want to take out that stock, and they did switch, so they did take out the stock. Now they have to just hold on to this next one, but it is looking pretty rough as Iron Eagle was maneuvering pretty well, but I will say JJ is catching up.
One thing JJ is doing very well is if you look at the fast falling after aerials, it's very consistent. And that's something that is maybe a smaller optimization, but if you can consistently get the timing for fast falls with a character, it makes it a lot faster in the future, just to have that muscle memory and do combos more effectively and just in general.
I'm sure you would know, especially when you play a bit of a more combo-oriented character. Speaking of combos, JJ is back to Egypt, Mithra specifically. There. Ooh. Oh, right. Nice. Just barely making it back.
This game going definitely better in JJ's favor.
Yeah, absolutely. JJ has definitely put up a lot more damage than they have in the previous stocks. They're just going to have to stack up this extra credit.
This is a good 50% lead so far and rising. We see, it seems like JJ is really a lot more comfortable with this character. But we'll see if Iron Eagle has anything to say about it.
I don't know, it does look like Iron Eagle is starting to lose their grip on the match. I will say Iron Eagle's awareness, though, of where to move out and hit after that up B is pretty strong.
Absolutely. It just shows, you know, if you've been playing a character, if it's your main, you get to a point where you just really kind of feel the character, you really understand the movement and stuff, and that's something that Iron Eagle is really doing well.
Without a doubt.
Oh no. Does he make it back? No. Oh, so close.
They would have had to back out a little bit. I honestly thought they were trying to bait JJ, but nope.
Not quite.
Yeah.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one.
Absolutely, especially because they were so close to taking out that win. Oh, and there's Skylanders now. A gigantic box. Right. Yeah.
Crazy. I never played Skylanders. I know my friend had it,
Yeah.
but I never really got too
We'll
into
have
it.
to get social media pictures of our setup. 'Cause it is legitimately going to be about 70 characters kind of just laid out on the table.
Nice. Hey, if it works, it works. Speaking of working, JJJJ is sticking with Aegis. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Definitely a solid pick. Yeah, we see, like I said, these fastballs just very useful. And that's like the biggest thing I found is I'd always watch pro players and go, why are they so fast? They're playing the same character as me, and they feel like they're so much faster.
Yeah.
And what I think most of it is just those small optimizations, fastballing and movement.
Say movement, absolutely. Speaking of which, JJ is back on Aegis, like you said, and honestly, their Mithra did a lot of work throughout this stock, but again, still kind of having trouble closing it out against Iron Eagle.
Yeah, I think Ness is one of those characters that maybe is a little tough to kill, but these juggles here are doing a lot for JJ.
Yeah. All right, nice forward air there. A back air or up air. Okay, I say a back air will do the trick here. It's just about being able to land it. I say that's how you know this a little bit of a bigger stage. I was like the fact that those first two did not kill. Looking rough.
Third time's the charm.
Absolutely, Parker. Nice struggle, but is getting knocked away. Wow, almost shut down to the ledge yet again by Yo-Yo, but expertly able to maneuver around it.
Yeah, and that's something that, yeah, we really haven't seen Iron Eagle be successful with is those down smashes. And other bigger areas, I guess, the forward air seems to be really what Iron Eagle's most comfortable with.
Yeah. Bit of an error here and there. Oh no!
Big
Again,
mine.
right into that.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a big hitbox. That really is the one downfall of Aegis, is really just the recovery. And if you really can optimize that, or if you catch someone slipping like that, then you can go a long ways.
I think being that we don't know them, it is easy to see that, you know, this is only round one, no one's warmed up, so we're seeing a lot of like falling into flowcharts, and it's kind of just less about that intricate counterplay and more so who figures out the other person's tendencies first.
It is interesting. It's almost like a rhythm game where you start and you're off rhythm, and then you slowly conform to it. And the closer you can really, you know, match the other person's play style in the sense of, you know, when you're going for punishes, when you're going for certain things, that can really benefit a lot.
Again, hoping to take out this last stock. JJ is just having a bit of trouble closing this out like the previous stocks. Again, getting hit by PK Flash. All right. Things are looking up for Iron Eagle, whereas JJ is really struggling to get it back to the ledge here.
Iron Eagle is opting for up smash, maybe just thinking it would kill, or didn't have time to really situate himself for the down smash, but that back air will do the stock.
Yeah. It's the kind of discipline that only comes with experience, so you're going to hope to see a lot more of that in the next game. All right, there's a nice forward tilt. Okay,
yeah, forward tilt's
game.
gonna do it.
JJ takes the game 2-1.
What a comeback. Lost
Yeah,
the first
absolutely.
game, brought back the second two.
Pretty
and,
defensively, too.
Very successful.
Yeah.
Very much so. And, you know, that'll be our first set of the night. Great effort by both players, though.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, it really is just kind of, getting used to that flowchart. And whoever can do that faster, you know, the first game can be kind of a feeling out kind of match. But it is interesting. Because the first match doesn't always tell you how things are going to go. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you see a first match and you go, ooh, this is going to be a 2-0.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see first matches and you're like, this could go either way.
Speaking of, we are going to see Torch coming up for the next set. The tag of his opponent just slipped my mind. I was trying to save it and it just slipped. But Torch, of course, one of the GOAT commentators of AZ. Great to have him out here tonight.
A real gamer, as they
Oh,
say.
yeah.
It's very true.
Oh, sorry, my face is a little itchy. Gotta shave.
Oh, one day I'll have a beard. Be funny. No. I think like this is kind of a weird age because I got friends that have like full beards, like straight up. Just I'm not there yet, but
Yeah.
who knows? I need to get like a wig
Can we
beard.
take another look at the crowd?
Woo!
Yeah, woo!
Wow, so many people. So
Yeah,
many gamers.
all up and about.
Oh, yeah. So, dude, there's a lot going on. You see the crowd anticipating the next match expectantly, and we see some people in their sets. You really see the focus going
Yeah.
on because, you know, we only can focus on what's on the stream, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many people out here. I mean, even behind us in either direction,
Mm-hmm.
just really putting their all into it right now. I mean, you know what we got to start doing? We got to start getting little treadmills at each
Yeah.
setup, and it's one of those that like generates
Yeah.
powers, you know. And so we use the gamer sweat and the power,
Determination.
the determination,
Never
and we
give up.
generate power off of it, and that's what runs the stream.
So I told you today would be a lesson in never give up, and it's already coming together. I
It
already see
is
it coming together.
indeed. This is very much so. So I'm doing a project for a class.
Uh-huh.
I have to try to design a water bottle that generates power. So he's drinking his water bottle right now. Imagine that, but when you drink it,
I
it
was
charges
doing it
your
to generate
phone.
power.
What?
I was doing it to generate power for
Yeah.
myself.
If you think about it, you're using mechanical work to
Yeah. I'm
get
like an
the water.
alchemist.
It's not a lot though, is
Yeah.
the downside. But who knows?
Mhm.
Who knows? I mean, you're also there's a change in potential energy because
Yeah.
of the change in elevation, but that's also insanely small. So it's just a
Oh, yeah.
matter of how much can you really squeeze out of it.
Yeah.
So, probably not very realistic, but fun.
But again, never give
nonetheless.
up.
True. If engineering, is fun because
Yeah.
I get to pretend that I know what I'm doing, and I don't. And that's really the whole story. That's the whole.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, that's how you sum up engineering. So, how would you sum up your major?
It's pretty good. I've actually been really grateful for the film program. It is like definitely just the biggest thing you gain out of it is the people you work with and the professors you meet. Just that kind of networking passively and having motivation to do it every day. It's a huge help.
Sure. Yeah, and it is funny because there's people who like the biggest opportunity they get right out of college is from someone they met at
Yeah.
college or a professor.
Or the school itself, yeah.
Yeah, and so it is very, very cool to see. In my class we were able to go and see. GCU has this place called Canyon Ventures,
Yes.
and they have little businesses that are like GCU students, and they really support those, and it's very cool to see. Some of them pretty cool stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, a little bit longer. We're gonna be getting straight to in business in this match because we're about to get into this, and there's people that are quite prolific in the scene, but you don't
Yeah.
always get to see them play.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Torch has been a commentator for quite a long time now. Has been an old head at Smash for even longer. So it's good to see him back and here at FFF. Usually don't see him on this side of town as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget. I recently looked at a map of Arizona, and not being from Arizona and not really thinking that Arizona existed before coming to school here, I really understand the geography more. But like some people gotta go pretty far. Tucson.
Yeah.
Tucson's like 2.5 hours away. Or
Yeah,
something?
it's no small task for
No
sure.
small town. There is no mountain high enough. or
Ain't no mountain low enough.
Ain't no river wide enough to keep some people from getting to FFF, and here we are seeing the
Burning
food.
donut, that's what it was, dang.
Burning donut. It's crazy. This means a lot. Burning donut 3D nonetheless. Would you rather eat a fire-shaped donut or a donut-shaped fire?
Fire-shaped donut.
Fair enough.
The torch is on the DDD pick.
Oh, we see some. We see a good amount of Soras and DDs, ironically.
Yeah. I meant to say torch on the Sora pick. Sorry, I think I misspoke. Bit late for me. My sleep schedule ain't what she used to be.
I was doing homework most of the day.
It was riveting, I bet.
It truly was.
Just stalling off stage here. Nice. Just giving Brandon Donut that opportunity to make a mistake. Good shot from Torch. Just backing off until you really get your chance to jump in. You're now seeing them scrap a little bit over center stage. Torch already starting to move in there combo. Not pushing it super hard. Instead, just opting to move back to neutral. Again, I think you kind of touched on it, but I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that this game.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen this matchup before, and we've kind of seen how it goes out, but with every new player is a new game.
Yeah.
And so we'll see really if that kind of turns out the same. I know DPG, we've talked about a lot in the past. Very much combo fodder in this matchup, but nonetheless, Burning Donut 3D has not lost yet. Down kind of a stock, it's a little unfortunate. Down 2 stocks, a little unfortunate. But who's to say?
All right. Again, another loop up there. Wow, getting out of it.
Look at the DI on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Kind of moving to the right, quickly DI to the left.
Oh, yeah.
I think, so if I understand correctly, when you DI, it's determined on the last frame of the move that you get hit by.
Yes.
And so if there's a single hit move, like that there or up tilt or whatever, you really have one frame other than kind of the freeze frames of getting hit with it.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of time to react. So most of it really comes down to anticipation.
Absolutely.
So, especially, and that's what we see a lot of people die, especially earlier matches. That's kind of what happened in that last one. There's the up smash.
Yeah, Torch taking game 1.
We saw Iron Eagle. Seems like he was kind of trying to run away, and then that pyro forward tilt hit him, and you're not DNI right, you're gonna die a lot earlier. But if you can really have that, just like we saw there with Torch, he was locked in. He might have been moving one way, but you recognize that you're getting hit with the move, immediately DI out. And it's not something that you really get the time to think about at all. You just got to do it.
Like you said, it was that anticipation of just saying, okay, if I get hit, bam, snap the controller.
No, and that's right. That's what matters. It's like, do you have the intuition in that sense? And it's really where you see just a lot of times the best way that you can get better at this game and a lot of things is just by playing. If you're constantly playing the game, having fun, you're gonna probably see more results just because of familiarity. And that's why people who have been playing for so many years never practice, and you feel like you should beat them, but they just understand the game better.
Speaking of practice was perfect. I mean, did you see just how far Torch was able to carry DDD with just that singular interaction?
Yeah, 66%.
Yeah.
One combo. Finished it off with a little bit more, sitting at 83 right now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Torch was also locked down at ledge for a while there, but nothing much was able to happen to him. He's really doing a nice job at avoiding Bernie Dorito's long-range game here now.
One easy excuse to have playing Sora is that the character's been out the least amount of time, so, it's not fair because you haven't had enough time to practice the character, but it doesn't seem like Torch needs that time.
Lightning.
I feel like we've seen a lot of Thundaga being used as ledge to quite good effect, really. I know that's something we've seen in past weeks where it doesn't seem to be too effective, but I think Torch is really spacing it just right over the ledge just to really build that damage. We see it again there.
Shows you what this move was made for, especially on a super heavy like DDD, big bodied as he is.
Absolutely. And that's, that's just matchup stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of realize that matchup. Get that knowledge. And what a dash attack. That was kind of wild. Torch sitting very nice here. Burning Donut having a lot of trouble. Gonna get the footstool back there. That's kind of crazy. At that point, you won.
Wow, and Torch taking the next stock. Really, that was a really strong uppie out of that Blizzaga.
Yeah, it's just that option coverage.
Yeah.
Stocks. It's just optimized really in a lot of ways. I feel like Sora players are just kind of built different.
Yeah.
In that sense. I've never seen a Sora player that didn't know how to kill.
I don't know, but you would think that because of the nature of the character. But yeah, you're right. A lot of them have those bread and butters so narrowed down that they can pick them up at whatever percent bracket and still take them to a kill. We are gonna have to see if Burning Burrito does have what it takes, because that is their first stock of this game.
Burning Donut is crazy. Burning Burrito does sound delicious right now. Are there any good donuts in the area?
There's one on the screen, but these are currently getting locked down with that up air. All right, Torch kind of just scrapping right below him, trying to do whatever he can to take this out. Not managing to hit there. Oh,
Runs right through him.
hey, that's 2-0 for Torch. Yeah.
What a game. 2-0 for Torch there. We just see it's all that commentary. All that commentating just gets him what he
means
needs.
he's studied, he's well read.
Yeah. He's playing the game. He's like, oh, and he just backyard, and he just he's commentating for us. Why don't we just hook up a mic to him while he plays?
Oh yeah.
So, do you think in commentary now?
Do
Are
I?
you at that point
While
yet?
watching sets, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's worth to keep up the muscle, you know what I'm saying?
My parents are gonna call me. They're like, "How's it going?" Well, I just hit a crazy wake up this morning. Just write the test, the kill confirm.
Yeah.
It was absolutely wild. Oh my goodness! Look at it now. I'm calling my parents. I'm gonna start talking in commentary,
Yeah.
and that'll be an interesting time when I get.
I'm gonna start talking like political ads. Be like, "Hello, Eric. I need the race is coming up soon, and I need you to clean our dishes."
Oh yeah. It is interesting. I don't know if you and your roommates. I know you're all with all the gamers here, which is kind of legit. I don't know if you guys use a lot of memes to communicate, but that's been something that happens in my apartment. If someone wants someone to do your dishes, there's this meme. I don't. It's from this dude. I don't actually know. My roommate shared me with it. But the meme is we want to get a picture that just says you should do the dishes now. And I don't know if you know what that's like a reference to.
Slow to your God.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So we need to we need a picture of that.
That's really funny.
So
you should do the dishes now. Yeah, Dom, if you know him, Bright, as you folks at home might know him, used to leave sticky notes up, and I've thought about implementing that policy.
Solid.
Just because I have a roommate who I don't know, and which means I don't see him often enough. If I need something done, so I'm just like gonna start putting notes on his door. Have a good day.
Well, something my brothers and I found to be great is that the easiest way to make fun of someone nicely is to make a meme about them.
Yeah.
And so my brothers and I, whenever we wanted to like make fun of each other in a nice way without the other person getting mad, we would just make a meme out of them.
That's funny.
And so it'd be like Parker when there's dishes, and it's just someone like dying or something.
That's funny.
And so it's stupid stuff like that, but like I wouldn't get offended by it because it's funny.
Yeah,
and then I also it gets the message across. So
yeah,
sometimes it really is the best way to communicate is just through memes. So who would have thought,
Who would have thought?
So
all right, it looks like we are having player name and Dad. Is that Dad?
It looks like Oma.
Oh, it is. I had my glasses off, but I couldn't see.
He's blind.
I had my glasses off, so I was completely blind. I was just like, oh.
I met a guy the other day. Well, I know a guy. I found out that one of my friends has 20/10 vision.
Really?
Which just means that he can probably see anything in the world at any given time, if not for the curvature of the Earth.
Omnidirectional.
Yeah, you can see behind him.
Yeah.
But like 2010 is crazy. Because
Yeah.
like I think the implications of that is that you can see twice as far as you can read twice as far away as the average person.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, I don't know how your eyes do that. You just like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're just like going crazy with the eyesight.
Oh yeah.
I spy with my little eye. You watching the stream.
Something blue.
Is it that case that lady's holding?
Nope.
The shorts.
Nope.
Oh, water bottle.
Nope.
It's
the blue of the screen on your TV at home.
Whoa.
But
Captain Falcon ditto.
There's player name.
Also blue if you round enough.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of rounding colors, and it might just be because I'm a math nerd. But like, if you can round numbers, why can't you round colors? You know? So it's like purple is just blue, pink is just red.
Okay.
It's
shade.
Yeah, it's the same way that like 0.5 isn't 1, but you round it up to 1.
Yeah.
Pink isn't red, but it's closer to red than it is to like green.
Yeah.
So just round it. Colors are too hard. I want to stick with the 3. I had a test once in high school that asked what the primary colors were, and we all answered that green was not a primary color, and we all got it wrong. So apparently it's yellow, which is not true.
Yeah. Oh, Planet was throwing out those burst options a little too hastily. Kind of just side B back and forth directly beneath Oma with no real intent to catch. And Oma caught on, hit him back.
I don't know if Oma plays Captain Falcon.
How do you mean?
I played against him when he played Joker.
Oh, I
maybe
see.
He does. Or this is a flex.
He might just be a casual.
I feel like I'm not, like, hypothetically, like, if I need to just go into playing people and just play their main as, like, a disrespect. Like, oh, you play Ness, I'm playing Ness. I don't play Ness, but I'm gonna beat you with your character. And I wouldn't win. It's the downside. It's the fallacy. But, like, just to, like, if you played me and I played Incineroar, you would probably be like, this guy's messing with me.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. You don't see a Ditto too often, but if you're gonna see one, it would be these characters.
Absolutely. I mean, we are seeing that pan out so far where Oma has taken. Indeed. Oh, right back to
For
neutral.
now, not for long.
Well, no, they're actually not. They're actually not retaining neutral, but it is until at least into the stock.
It's a one-stock game. Player name pulling ahead by about 10.2%. That's gonna go down. Up. Numbers.
What's kind of bursting in there? Oma looking for a opportunity to end this now before player name catches back up. Oh, that kind of
one. Yeah, too low percent for the down air. It looked like.
Yeah, 100%. Ooh.
Catching him sleeping with the side B there.
There's not something you see every day.
It's not. I think he was, trying to go for a back air, maybe just a little late on that timing. And he gets sent down straight to the blast zone. We did start on FD. Just, Hollow Bastion.
Yeah.
FD with the platform.
Smash Drill, but like a little different.
What do you prefer?
Oh, Smash Drill between those two.
Definitely.
Which is one of my favorite stages in the game.
This is, I mean, it's Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong?
Alright, here are we now. Here we are. Oma and Playname once again, no switches of characters, so you may have been mistaken. Of course.
You're dead.
Wow.
Goodbye. We saw player name started with the Chad down B, did not work out. Almost said, what are you doing? You're dead now. An interesting mechanic that I learned about from, I think it was our coach Storm, is that at certain percents, you don't have to hit the blast zone to die from like a down air. You just die. And that's kind of what happened there, because it was low enough percent to get down air to where like you wouldn't have died if you were a little higher percent.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Oma's huge lead here is going to be very beneficial to him.
Oh.
Okay. There's the knee.
Really hitting these left and right. Kind of starting player name to fall behind just a moment. All right. Once again, I believe it is.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's anyone's game, really. All right.
We see Randor having quality time with the youth here.
And a really quality stomp from player name going on right there.
Very good stuff.
Yeah, bringing it back, but still a full stock behind.
This is definitely the most like serious Captain Falcon video I've seen.
Yeah.
Quite intriguing.
Oh, that down B might be the way to do it.
I'll do it. Oh my goodness. Wonder if that was the inspiration for the name.
I mean, I feel like that would fit.
No, oh my word. Oh my. Well, who knows? I mean, player name. He's a player and he's got a name, and he's here to game. But we're gonna go to Kalos. You know why they chose Kalos?
Oh
It's
yeah.
for the wall jumping.
Oh yeah.
And now we see the pink and the green.
It's for the camping.
Oma picking the green, which means that he's probably a Luigi fan.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of cliche. But
It's a
he's
little
gaming.
played out.
But the pink one kind of is too. The pink one is like, I'm not basic enough to play gold, but I like pink.
Pink and gold are like the big ones.
I mean, it's pink. You know? Pink is just like a color that's really cool.
Oh yeah. It's been a really cool Nair after Nair. Again, getting a tech situation, but not capitalizing off it quite just yet. Though, even if that's the case, they have still brought player name to dead. I was gonna say to 7%, but no.
Player name is not messing around.
I say yeah, he is not trying to leave it up.
He said, "I'm on the team.
Yeah.
You're dying." Yeah, for real. He got told he had to lock in, and he is locking in indeed. Oh, what a grab. He said, "You're not leaving this platform. Goodbye." He's 100% locked in here. Oma really going to need to be able to kind of get a foothold here. There's the downer. That should do it for him. Even stocks, but still. Player name is locked in. You see the lean in there. He's in gamer mode.
Oh yeah. It's from the sheer look on his camera. I'll say Oma is making him fight for every inch, though.
Alright, this really is a game of momentum. Ooh, doesn't quite get the strong knee. Backer's gonna not worry about the super armor.
Now a nice, strong back air from player name. Once again, taking the lead here in game 3.
We really just see player name throwing out those poking options. Just as Oma's trying to run in, it's kind of catching those aggressive options and saying, no, I have a back air. And it's working great, especially just not even trading. What a, oh my word.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was crazy. He went for the
no
jab.
apologies needed.
Yeah, jab 1-2 downer. That was kind of disrespectful. Trying to end it here at 51. Player name is not messing around.
Nice wall jump to escape here, and they are now back on this corner. Just the roles reversed.
Great advantage here from player name. There's the back airs I'm talking about. Almost trying to run in, just getting a little impatient. And then player name is just throwing out those back airs to cover it. And that's what seems like been the deciding factor.
So really just anytime the opportunity presents itself, but definitely here where that defense from Ghost Rider has definitely been, wait, not Ghost Rider, what am I saying?
Or player name?
Player name, yeah, sorry.
Ghost Rider would be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. Sorry, my brain is melted. Not unlike that guy.
That guy. Oh, there's what I said. No, we're done. We really, I mean, yeah, he just kind of pulled ahead there. I think it's the rock, paper, scissors of poking, overshooting, and whatever the third one is.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, if you can really figure out what you need there and you really can adapt that, I mean, it works out. Works out. I think we started with a player name playing a lot more aggressive, and
Lamo
then just,
Rock.
yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't quite just getting the scrapping
Yeah.
wins, but the advantage state was great, and so it's just a matter of getting to that advantage state.
Yeah. Once he did it, he locked in.
He did. He
Oh,
absolutely
we have
did.
another exciting matchup coming up just after that.
Ooh. Wow.
It's now going to be Youngiloge versus the Zevis.
Oh yeah.
Youngiloge, a.k.a. Penguin01, a.k.a. Frederick, a.k.a. Eric, a.k.a. 01, roommate 01. And there he gets to face up against Andrew, the Zevis.
The Divas, you know, like I was saying earlier, the Nest player.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked. I'll never forget the first time I played both of these players and lost.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what makes it fun. It's nice to be in the commentary standpoint where I don't go into it going, I'm going to lose. I go into it, I get to have fun and watch
Exactly,
this.
yeah.
It's so much nicer. Less,
You're
less
like,
stress
yay.
for sure.
I never lose. I always win.
Mhm. Said,
I'm not in competition with anybody, in fact.
pretty nice. Only you and I.
Yeah, they
are
kind of
to
just
be
place a little medal on you after the end of every day.
the best. Who gonna start having voting?
All right, here we go. Youngiloge versus the Zevis. We just saw a little thumbs up from Youngiloge, and he is immediately throwing at that Gordo.
That's
I-
awkward.
We have discussed before, isn't it going to be a little bit tough for the Zevis to knock that back?
100%. I think forward is just not strong enough unless you get it out right away. Back air is a good option, and nair though, so maybe not too much problem, but
I'm pretty sure I remember that Nair is the best option to send that back, and a lot of the others are, yeah, like you said, either not enough damage or too short.
ooh, really small shield there. Shield there. The Zevis is definitely gonna want to catch the big penguin in these PK fires. The classic.
Absolutely.
As we know, I think this matchup is pretty straightforward. Just little boy ducks on your back there, gets a baseball bat home run. But it's not gonna kill.
Yeah, the PJ Fire is just really important because it's a matter of, like, DDD is so big-bodied that he's combo fodder for anything. So he, like, even characters that would normally be able to get out of that early, DDD just never can.
Absolutely, like Lil Bulk said, if you heard it.
Money.
Funny. What a character. Ooh. Great DI, just gonna, I don't think that shield was there, just dropped it. The thing that always trips me up is that, especially with characters like DDD who have very good multi-hit moves, is just the timing, because there's the shield stun which increases the amount of frames that you're getting hit. So if you have to really get used to the timing of getting hit with it and getting hit with your shield.
Yes.
Which is really interesting to get used to, and that's something that it seems like the Zevis have a little bit of a struggle with, but it doesn't really matter. You're just kind of like surrounding Youngiloge with these hitboxes.
All right, nice run up and grab. Like we said, the Zevis really just melting away that damage with PK Fire. Oh, hold on. That was a very interesting interaction. I was like, that parry, not able to get as much as he wanted, but Yo-Yo will do the trick as always. Sorry. What's the matter?
I was just in the down air was crazy.
Oh, yeah. Classic walk-off and down air. Nice.
He's doing a loop-de-loop and pulling, and it's pulling off the dodge at the moment.
Yeah, that's the other point to mention. He does have that baseball bat in the back pocket if he ever needs to really challenge Gordo, but like you said, there's not really been too much of an issue this round.
Oh, that back air 140 not going to kill because he's thick.
All right, laying down the PK Fires again.
Yogi-Lo
got 135. The Zevis at 10%. Coming out of the inhale, trying to knock that back.
You could just die.
Absolutely. Well, now they both could. Especially because we know Penguin 1 likes to throw those meaty hitboxes. That back air was almost enough already, so I mean, if we see a Jet Hammer connect, it's obviously going to be over.
That up air will do it.
The Zevis comes back with it with that up air and holds on tight.
Youngiloge really was clutching up there, bringing that back. It was just that last big hit that he was missing. The Zevis, I think his mindset You know, the mindset you should have in that is, I can get hit, I just can't die sometimes. Like, don't stress over that. Like, we saw him kind of wait on ledge there. Youngaloge had that forward smash, and he was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to get hit with the Gordo, reset my ledge invincibility, and the percent is fine. And we see that it worked out for him in the end, but it was great recognition from the Zivas. You can definitely see that these players have indeed played each other before, but Youngaloge is just going to go into the second game with a good attitude. We see him smiling. King DDD smiling. He's going to try to clutch.
And you brought up a good point. Their familiarity is really going to shine through, especially now as we go into game 2. These two are almost roommates living right next to each other, fast friends. Oh, wow. Again, DDD to combo fodder.
I don't even know if you can get out of that, like, realistically.
Yeah, especially at about 0. No shot. All right.
These combos are really coming out. As we see, you know, we mentioned week and week again, DDD really just kind of the people's champ in some ways. Such a bad character, but really fun to watch at times. And we see Youngaloge really repping the character well.
All right, Nest. The thing is, though, that, yeah, again, Nest just works around those strengths and weaknesses so well. Exploit some of DDD's worst weaknesses and avoid his biggest strengths. I will say that Zebus has now lost his first stock, but Youngaloge is already pretty high up on the second.
Yeah, this lead could definitely help a lot, but I mean, Youngaloge, DDD, we know it can clutch up. It's just gonna get the Zivas to 4% and then kill him with something like that. And that's why the Zivas needs to be very careful. And that yo-yo is gonna help out. When in doubt, yo-yo it out.
All right, when in doubt, yo-yo it out indeed, because the Zivas again trying to go for that downer. Whoa, Blondie blocking the PK Thunder is going to go a long way. Youngaloge is back in this.
He is. What a clutch little hit. Catches the jump with the back air.
Yeah.
There's one thing that DD likes to do is jump out of stuff because of all the jumps that he's got. So very good recognition there.
Yeah. All right. Again, balls just scrubbing back and forth.
That is last stock, last
hit.
Ooh. We saw there, the Zivas, most Nest players would have just gone for the grab. Youngaloge expected that and spot dodge, but then the Zivas was ready with the roll and then upstairs.
Yeah. Nice little back throw there. Mixing in yo-yo, well not yo-yo, baseball bat, sorry.
The Zivas really wanting this up air, that's going to do it.
Yeah, I say it's because Youngaloge has whiffed a dash attack. Not sure why, it could have been a misinput. But yeah, it just gave out the Zivas the perfect opportunity to get it in there and up air.
So
take that stock.
Very tough, but that up air, you know,
2-1 for the Zivas.
Oh yeah. No, quite the game there. Yeah, just gonna beat up the Penguin. He said, "You're not getting a chance," but
yeah, it's so rude. I'm crying.
Stop Penguin cruelty. But like I said, just the recognition there of knowing what people think you want. It gets so much deeper than just like, what do they want? It's like, what do they think that I want, and how can I not do what they think that I want, even though I want it? It's a deep game of psychological warfare. Yeah. It's all in the noggin. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and those are both players that I think definitely have it in the noggin. We see there, yeah. See, he knows he's got it in the bag.
He hit the post. That was like nice.
Yeah. So, put him on the team. That's what I want.
So true. It's his last semester, though.
The day that he bails on purpose just to get one more semester and makes the team is the day that I pop off. So, it is weird. That's why I wonder sometimes. I'm like, maybe next year we just grind and make the team for a semester, just for a legacy.
Oh, yeah. I thought about that. I was like, I'm almost up. Maybe I should try out again.
One last time, just for kicks and giggles.
Old time's sake, really.
Yeah.
All right.
Who knows?
They're getting up and ready as we speak.
I think I'm long gone from that. I mean, considering I went 0-2 a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I haven't played one of these in a long time. I don't know. It depends, because sometimes we have very sharp talent here at FFF.
Very true.
Like I'd definitely be able to point to more people that I could confidently lose to than I could point to people who I'd confidently beat. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I feel
Yeah.
the same way. It's, what can you do?
Yeah.
So, if there's one game that I want to be able to beat my kids in, it's Mario Kart, and I think I'm there. So,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be easy.
Yuri,
This is no Mario Kart. This is Richter DDD.
which,
I mean, Diddy.
Close.
Sorry, I kept saying it wrong. What'd you say?
we've seen this. I feel like before. I mean, Unknown is dad.
No.
Unknown.
Oh wait,
is-
yes.
No, Unknown is.
It is.
Yeah. I know that I was mixing him up with that other guy that plays.
Yeah.
Chicken fast food guy. Burger.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Actually can't think of the name.
Oh,
Catching on that banana. Nice.
I'll take that. And your sock.
Yeah, you just kind of wait.
Jumbo Jack.
Nice.
I thought it was Jumbo Jack. It is not Jumbo Jack.
Oh no, it is definitely not Jumbo Jack. I was like, what? We did have Jumbo Jack out here recently, but not now. All right.
Both these characters, interestingly enough, both are very focused on trapping, but in very different ways, it feels like. One traps with close-up pressure, one traps with far-away pressure.
Absolutely. That's an interesting comparison.
He just ducked under that.
Yeah.
It just feels weird, because one of these characters I'm like, this is like a rushdown character, and one I'm like, this is like a zoner. But really, they're doing the same thing.
It's similar gameplays.
Yeah, I hope you fall into this move, because I'm setting
Oh,
up for Bing
barrels. Yeah, a lot of fighting games are just trying to pressure your opponent into doing what you want.
I think
That's the mind games aspect you referenced earlier. Oh, he got a little bit tunnel vision earlier. Just kept
He's
throwing
at-
the axes.
I've never clung to the ledge like that on purpose. It is always on accident.
Yeah. All right, Banana's still on deck. He's on his chance to do something big. Oh, thrown out of there.
I don't know if that was a dash grab or a run up neutral grab, but great play.
Wow.
there.
Okay, still not killing.
He's living. Yuri knows how to play the character,
Yeah.
which sounds like it is obviously hopefully implied by the
Yeah.
fact that that's who they're playing. But
Yeah, like second in an FF like 2 weeks ago.
yeah, and I think Richter's one of those characters that I think is cool. And so being able to see someone really use the tools optimally, we even just see the
Yeah.
recovery, just placement and when and where to use certain moves. We see just landing on the platform, throwing that holy water, throwing
That was
it across
interesting.
at the right time.
So yeah, that was interesting. We saw him actually throw the holy water on top of Unknown's banana to keep him from running up and grabbing it. Oh, just another perfect example of how that character likes to control the stage. And again, how you can draw some comparisons to Donkey Kong's mechanics.
Whip it good. That's what he did. Down smash really not used enough. I feel like people more opt for forward smash or even up smash, but down smash covers a lot of space.
Yeah.
And that really catching the neutral getup was very great. Just kind of recognizing you've been neutral getuping a lot. I'm not gonna holy water because then you won't neutral get up. So I'll just down smash.
All right, Richard Donkey Kong. Again, you see this a lot where Unknown will switch to Donkey Kong off of the Diddy.
Sometimes it feels like he does better. Sometimes he does better.
I feel like he kind of does, yeah.
I like the Donkey Kong. I like both. But Donkey Kong is a monkey. Well, he's technically an ape. He's an honorary monkey in my mind.
Because when I see him, I go, "Ooh."
I feel like I see Donkey Kong more of a monkey than Diddy Kong, who's like an actual monkey.
Yeah. No monkey business. Oh, missing that up B. Alright. Unknown is doing a pretty solid job on DK here, but Richter is Coming out on top so far. All right. Oh, okay. Yuri losing the stock first. Good job to Unknown.
Listen, Donkey Kong clutches up. Monkey. I might not be able to whistle, but I can make monkey sounds, and that is way better.
Who's that? Someone's watching the stream. All right.
Guess the animal. Yuri kind of pulling ahead here. I think that was a 0 to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that at least. The backers are coming out. It's time. He said, no, get away. This is a wild matchup, I feel like, for Donkey Kong. I mean, once you get in, you just like kind of kill Richter. But until then, back air, so many lingering moves, so many moves that just really keep Donkey Kong out of the ground, which is where Donkey Kong flourishes in terms of neutral a lot of the time. Like, back air is great, but you typically want to stay a little more grounded, I think.
Yeah.
Just because moves like forward tilt.
Yep. Now he's knocked into the air, and he's got the air dodge, and he only has. Yep, there it is.
That'll do it. So the advantage goes crazy. Both of these characters have the worst disadvantages. Oh.
Oh, the monkey punch. Let it rip. It's still not connecting.
Forward throw. Not gonna kill though. The tough one. That'll do it. No. He's living. Monkey lives another day. No!
Oh, not like that.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Of course, they're going to disconnect their Pro Controllers. Thank you all.
What a guy.
All the folks at home for disconnecting your Pro Controllers. We really appreciate you.
Maybe not if you're at your house, because like then you'll be playing on your controller again. But until then.
Yeah. All right.
That'll do it. That'll do it. Not biased. I love both of those characters. It's always sad to see a monkey die.
Speaking of loving both of them, our next matchup is going to be EO4 and Mr. Grizz. Ooh. 2 of GCU Varsity's own.
Yay.
Wow, Bennett's getting heckled already.
Crazy. Trash talk time.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have rules here on like trash talking by chance?
Generally, it's kind of a like, hey, just don't be a bad person.
It's true.
Yeah.
True. Because like,
I know it's definitely not allowed for the team.
Yeah. It would. I mean, like hypothetically, it could help. Obviously, it's not very sportsmanlike,
Yeah.
So I wouldn't recommend it. But when I play with my roommate. We talk a lot while we play, and a decent amount is trash talk. It makes it more fun.
Whoa. I'm recovering from the EPs.
Yeah.
When we take that 3-minute break, I'm going to literally just go for a walk. Fix myself up.
3-minute power nap.
Yeah.
Never know. And into it in a minute.
They're just finalizing something. And there it goes. All right, we are right into this. Mr. Grizz versus EO4. I believe this is winners quarters.
Yes, excited.
Let's make it happen.
3, 2, 1, go!
Wait. All right, we are right into this. This is 2 members of GCU Varsity, Mr. Grizz and EO4. EO4 historically winning this matchup, and I mean that is not a surprise whatsoever. EO4 is one of the top players on GCU Varsity. Mr. Grizz, however, pretty high performing himself, but he is playing Duck Hunt Dog. It is going to be pretty hard for him to sort out this matchup when EO4 is piloting Rob. As we always say, that neutral tool, that gyro, is going to make a lot of mileage for Ethan. with as much as Mr. Grizz likes to control space with stuff like Can is absolutely just another inferior version of that move.
I wonder if we'll be seeing a switch to Wario at any time.
Yeah.
This set. I know it's something that's kind of been a trend lately, from time to time.
He was actually he would usually be starting Wario at this position, which is interesting. All right, EO4 still at 84%. Mr. Grizz not quite getting the extension he wanted and now paying for it dearly. EO4 is going to take a lot more opportunity for damage here. All right, and it's shooting the laser full screen, already getting Mr. Grizz up to nearly 70%. EO4 is absolutely going ham. Wow! Taking another kill. Mr. Grizz on the last stock. It is really hard to see him coming back from this one. Normally, this is the part where I'd say it's anybody's game, but it does look a little dominant for EO4 right now.
He said, "You got mail," and it's an eviction notice.
Oh, yeah. All right, of course, getting behind this can, but sending it away with gyro. Again, what a great move. Oh, he picked it up on his hop over, but is not able to capitalize super strongly. All right, waiting under that platform. Pretty certain that Mr. Grizz was not at all going to want to jump in, and that was true. EO4 has only gotten more and more opportunity to space himself out.
There's the duck and the robot. Dog and the dots. Dog and the digits.
Oh, again, not quite able to fully connect the conversion he wanted. Mr. Grizz is just struggling with these confirms right now. So he decided to pick much more combo heavy characters, ironically. But right now, again, just as I said, it is the Duck Hunt versus the Rob, and Mr. Grizz is looking rough.
We haven't seen Mr. Grizz pretty consistent on the parries. On that Nair, just struggling to really punish it, so which in one way kind of just shows how good Rob's Nair is, but EO4 really just using those moves.
There's that barrier he knows and loves, not going to take a kill out of it yet. Oh, there it is. And with 2 stocks to spare.
Great lead there from EO4. And this still is a best of 3, so this is for keeps.
Yep. This is what we call a match point here in the biz. EO4 raring to go and move along further, whereas Mr. Grizz couldn't get knocked down into losers here.
Alrighty. This, if there's one thing that I would like to emphasize, especially for EO4, something I see him do very well, time and time again, is just being patient. He's playing Greninja. What the heck?
What? Oh! I thought you were talking about something else, and then I realized you meant this game right now, right in front of us. What has Mr. Grizz been cooking?
Good luck. Have fun.
Deep pocket.
I'm his role model. He grabbed. That was his first mistake. No. EO4 is a very patient player, and if there's one thing I've learned playing pickleball, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you're not patient, you're gonna lose. And it's a really interesting thing because it's not always. It's in a way it's who's more patient than the other person.
Yeah.
But then it's like being patient consistently. Because there's fake patience, I think.
I don't know. The Greninja pick is just so interesting here because I definitely doubt that EO4 has ever seen this come out.
And like the thing is, I don't think this isn't a bad matchup. Like Greninja definitely does well against Rob. Because Greninja already has no out of shield, so you'd think it'd be bad for all the options Rob has. But Greninja has very good parry options, like dash attack. And if you're already parrying there, why not just benefit from it more consistently?
Yeah.
So, like, I see the pick. The idea is, I'm assuming, get in without thinking as much, and then just kill. We see the forward smashes coming out.
Definitely a very straightforward way of going about it, which is maybe all Mr. Grizz needs, but EO4 is still out on top as he was almost taking a kill 2 times there, nearly 3.
There's the up air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Grizz looking back into a corner, even though he has stage control right now. Nice double parry, but not able to punish still. Oh, there is the gyro.
He's
looking
not
a
cool.
little bit like a. All right.
Ah. It's a funny move.
Grab
Yeah,
him.
we haven't seen a lot of pivot grabs.
Yeah.
And that is a good move.
It's really working.
One thing that EO4 likes to do is shield. And I think that's what trips up a lot of people, is that a lot of people you expect, they shield a move and then they'll do something right out. But EO4 has very good recognition of shielding and then knowing when to punish and when to just wait just a little bit longer. And that's what I was mentioning earlier about patience, where you shield one move, don't try to punish right away.
Yeah.
Shield another move and then punish. But Mr. Grizz is going to get the stock there. Just slowly bringing it back.
I think that's very apt, Parker, because so far what I've seen so far is Mr. Grizz not leaving his windows wide enough. Because even when he is able to get down through them, it's then the opposite problem. He's a little too in it.
It's very true. Something that is that I've noticed playing against the one and only Stroder, playing his Greninja. When I was a freshman, he came up to me and asked me if I wanted to play, and I was like taken aback.
Yeah.
I was like,
The
wow.
Schroeder.
And so he played Greninja against me, and I was like, what's wrong? But
Uh-huh.
I got wrecked so hard.
Oh yeah.
And there's a few things. He did not up air, and I think a lot of people think, yes,
Drag
dash
down.
attack up air. Dash attack up air for Greninja, not very good. Dash attack back air, that's a better option. And if you're really feeling yourself, dash attack nair. But rarely do you only want to up air if they DI in.
Yeah.
And drag downs aren't very effective because I'm sure people like EO4 is going to have no trouble teching that drag down. And so we see it's a complicated character, but Mr. Grizz is still pulling his own in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit down at the moment. It's just a matter of effectively finding those punishes, and doing that to Rob is something that's hard regardless of the character you're playing. Yeah, gonna catch that air dodge. That should be it. Great Nash. Oh my word. Not gonna get the forward smash though. That'll do it.
There it is, just like that. EO4 takes game 2 and wins the best of 3. Wow, what an electric set between two members of GCU Varsity. And with that, we are going to cut to a brief break. Stay tuned. Hello, folks. All the players had their break to let. Well, we all had our break to let the players catch up, rather, for top 16 because we had to let a couple matches catch up so we could keep having stream go at a very nice pace, and I had to get my little wake up walk, which I just did. So now I picked a pretty good time to do it because our next set is going to be Curb Starry versus Bulbasaur, and I could not be more excited.
Absolutely. I was
Oh
actually.
yeah, also I got to go watch Skylanders, which you can't see because this is Tekken right here, and Skylanders is right next to them. But it's got a very nice visual aspect with them, so it's going to be looking really nice all night. There's the room.
You
See,
see
like-
people kind of huddled around it. Looks like a set.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. See where everyone is standing? That's Skylanders.
I was actually interviewing, in a sense, Bulbasaur's little brother, Lil Bulb.
Yep. I heard him. Talking to you about something. What was that
I
about?
was asking him what the top tier recess games were, and I asked him to rank his playground.
Okay.
And he's just he's a simple man. He just plays tag.
Okay.
And like I can respect that. Just the
Tag or
OG.
freeze tag?
Yeah. So, just regular tag.
Just regular tag. Okay.
Yeah.
Really,
And it's
all the
it-
classics.
That's what I'm saying. It's a classic. It's solid.
Yeah.
What more can you really ask for?
Yeah.
I played a lot of wall ball. And
Yeah.
that was my go-to. So my friends and I would play, and no one would play with us, and
Yeah.
it was like great because we got it all to ourselves. But I
Yeah.
think people didn't like us because
Yeah.
we were like very much try hard. So what was your go-to?
My go-to probably freeze tag. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
I had to know.
I asked him too. I was kind of surprised because I think more people opt for the freeze tag,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I think regular tag is more involved for all
It's
players.
that dynamic element. It's like adding a fourth hand to rock paper scissors. Speaking of which, we got rock paper scissors with the character on Pokemon Trainer versus Bowser with Bulbasaur. You know it already. Oh, right off to the races. Already getting a pretty hefty amount of damage because Curb Starry missed that tag.
Like you said, four hands, rock paper scissors. Both of these characters, maybe not as much Squirtle. Bowser's definitely the kind of character that uses his hands and his feet somewhat equally. We probably see more hands, but you see moves like back air, like he knows how to use his feet. It's like a monkey almost. It's like the middle ground. Like it'd be so cool if you could like really use your feet like monkeys can.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Charizard coming out. That's of course going to be a big crush for Curb Starry in this matchup against Bowser, because only a heavy can match a heavy, and even then Bulbasaur still kills them. All right, this is now back to even stocks, even percent. Bulbasaur is backing off a little bit, kind of trying to bait Curb Starry in. There goes the run and takes a grab. Again, catching Curb Starry's landing.
Yeah, that definitely helps, especially catching those landings.
Wow, Curb Starry's gotten some really good switches here.
This is really a matchup where I feel like it doesn't matter as much when you switch.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you don't want to switch, but it's like being Charizard doesn't hurt that much.
It's also more so just the timing of your switch can sometimes be punished, but Bowser is just barely a little bit too slow to do it sometimes. That's why instead of just punching outright the switch, last time he had just opted to punch the landing. Wow, really nice movement there. Almost taking a kill too.
Bowser moved his why is he so fast?
Yeah.
Why? Nobody knows. But having that command grab just adds so much more fear
Yeah.
to the character. What do? You can't shield. You can't not shield. You just die. And that's what we saw against Bulbasaur kind of pulling ahead.
And no kidding.
I feel like Bowser not jumping very high in the short hop just makes it even scarier. Like, it doesn't feel like he goes that high up in the air. And so it's almost like I feel like I have less time to react to Bowser's jumping and forward airing. It's one of those characters where like I love fishing for parries on falling aerials.
Yeah.
And Bowser is just one of those characters that you just can't really
Yeah.
do.
Although Curb Starry now moving back to Charizard once again, they might have to. Oh right, nice waiting through that shield drop. Curb Starry, like I was saying, might have to stay on. Okay, I'm getting proven wrong mid-sentence. I was gonna say might have to stay on Charizard for most of this match, but I mean here comes Squirtle. This is actually going pretty well. Just, yeah.
62.
Yeah, Bulbasaur still is a heavy. That is still combo fodder. Nice, trying to edge guard, not able to get the kill there, but honestly doing the next best thing, getting a lot of damage off. I see, wow. We saw bullet seed for a second there. All right. See, they're really gonna have to go for Log's like squealing behind me. I'm like, what's happening?
He hit some new frequencies there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's crazy.
Yeah. Dang.
Who would have thought? Yeah,
Who
Battle
would
of the
have
Big
thought?
Boys plus Squirtle every once in a while.
Start the battle.
Yeah, that was a whole new frequency I've never heard.
Oh, I mean, yeah. We are going on a journey. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship of the show that I've never watched.
The Olimar pick is crazy.
Alf too, not even all of them. Like,
yeah, true.
I feel like
I'm sorry for my inaccuracies. I don't know if I'll ever recover as a commentator.
But
I
like,
did just call Alf Olimar. I'm sorry.
realistically, you pick Olimar, lose, and then pick Alf.
Yeah, counter pick.
You know, like going straight to Alf is like saying you're losing the next 2 games.
Yeah, you're going
There's
all in.
no in between. It really is all in. Oh, he's got a chunky. The purple one is a chunky. That's what I call it.
Yeah, my personal favorite Pikmin too.
Oh, well, who is it not? You know,
I'm saying.
He's just so vibrant in his
Yeah,
personality.
I kind of can't really speculate as to why this is coming out here.
Me neither. There's another big boy. Ooh, goes for the forward smash. Ironically, someone who has probably the most knowledge at GCU about Olimar is Bright.
Yeah.
And I guess he did graduate, so maybe it doesn't kind of say that, but there's the forward smash.
All right, there we go.
The Bright Olimar goes crazy. It is far too optimized than what it should be. But we see here, Curbstar really, pulling his own. Even stocks, that's, okay, it's getting close to not being even stocks. There is one downside.
Nice.
He's cheating.
I say yeah, using that little invincibility to snap all
Quit
the
the
legs.
game.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, seeing that invincibility come out with the down beat and just giving him a little bit of stalling while he rose to get that ledge grab. Really clutch there. Gonna get the jab lock. Chunky.
I guess I didn't know Curbstar had it like that.
Yeah, I didn't know he was built like that. I didn't know he was chill like that.
I was like, they're not quite playing better than last time, but they were playing about as well. So I mean, hey.
Have you seen that video of like, it's like a Blender animation with Woody from Toy Story? And he like daps up.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like Buzz Lightyear and he daps up Woody and it's sick. I didn't know Woody was chill like that. Like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I was like, huh? Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you have any experience in Blender, but I think it would be really cool to like learn Blender. Because people make like Lego animations in Blender. So it's like the Lego movie, except sometimes they're a little bit funnier.
Yeah.
Even though Lego movies are historically really funny.
Yeah.
Just fans making stuff. I saw like a parody of Harry Potter in Lego. Where Dumbledore gives like Harry and Ron like Domino's gift cards.
Speaking of a gift, I'm trying to see who is going to be able to take home this win right now. But they said, here's a little purple Pikmin. How's that for a gift?
That was kind of raw, as our head TO said. It was kind of raw. Oh my word.
The elf jab lock?
That was kind of wild. He said, stop neutral teching.
I'd like to tell the chat, I never doubted them. I never doubted Curbstar.
Whee! It's his favorite game. Yeah. Olimar is the pinnacle of characters that casuals think are terrible, but is in reality broken. Like, it's just the most oppressive little guy. Like, you would never think he has a wife and kids. Oh, yeah. Ganondorf, Kirby. Yeah. And then in reality, it's just not the same. But, like, Olimar's the type of dad to, like, put his kids in timeout without any toys. You know?
But do you think he puts his Pikmin in timeout? He might, and we are gonna have to see because I mean, Alf is back at it again, right up against Bowser. Here we are on small battlefield. Again, those Pikmin just getting slaughtered by Bowser's big, meaty hitboxes.
Olimar's a character I kind of wish was worse.
Huh? Why do you mean?
Because I think worse characters are more fun.
Oh, I think he's fun because he's good and works.
Yeah, it's true. It feels very good. Just standing
Oh, there's the up tilt. All
there
right.
it is.
We got the Bowser ledge trapping is online. So now you're gonna have to try really hard to just get on the other side of him now.
Yeah, it looks like the first match he might have just kind of gotten caught off guard by the Olimar pick. But second match, we'll see if that changes. Like we said at the beginning, you know, Alf is the all-in pick. Curb Starry said, I'm putting all my chips in.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take this dub with the character that I...
Two chunkies.
Not the double chunky! No! He
Okay.
went in the Myron zone and he immediately left it for
Yeah.
who knows why.
Two purples and a white.
That's crazy. That's like the most goated. You throw the white and then just go ping pong tag team with the double chunky.
All right.
The purple Pikmin, getting two of them is just a game over.
Yeah. Oh, bam. All right. Bulbasaur has just been completely on top of them this entire game, not even giving them the chance to pick up more. And I think this is panning out like a Bulbasaur win here. Corsair just has not even had the time to pick up new Pikmin. Nice!
Okay. My first experience playing Olimar.
Oh.
There's the up smash.
That's it.
Crazy.
Bulbasaur takes a 2-1.
My little brother was like, you should get Olimar into Elite
Yeah.
Smash. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
And then I played Olimar and I was like, I kept
Yeah.
playing and I was like, wait a minute. I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Like you get in the kitchen and then you just start cooking and then you start losing and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
something's wrong. It's such an interesting character.
Yeah.
But we saw it, Curb Starry really kind of balling out there.
Oh, yeah.
And it did great the first game. I think
Yeah.
that second game just didn't quite get the foothold there of the
Yeah.
same start that he got in that second game.
Yeah.
Of really having the Pikmin consistently, like you mentioned, just didn't have the time. Bulbasaur
Yeah.
just so much more oppressive.
Even with the
there.
double purples.
He threw it away.
They
He
threw it all
literally-
away. They threw it all away.
You know, and that I can't vouch for you after that. You're like suiciding a Pikmin. That's what's it called? It's like homicide.
Yeah.
Pikmin homicide.
Pikmin side.
Very much so.
Pesticides.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, think about it. How are we supposed to hope the Pikmin would triumph over Bowser? Bowser can be like this big and survive in space.
He's a scary little guy.
Yeah.
You know? If you've ever watched like
Dom.
The Twilight Zone, there's this episode of this lady and these little alien dudes come up.
Do you
and
need to
visit
fill
her
these
house,
out, by the way?
And
Oh, okay,
they're
cool.
like shooting at her.
Awesome,
And
thank
it's
you.
really funny. And she's just like, there's these little dudes and little spaceships, and they come over and like,
yeah,
surround her
exactly.
house. But have you seen The Twilight Zone?
What's up?
The show, The Twilight Zone.
What about it?
Yeah,
Sorry, I
there's
was
like an
discussing
episode
Dom
with
here.
a lady, and she lives in her house in like a
Okay.
farm, and these
Okay.
little alien dudes come and
Yeah,
start
one
like
second.
shooting her.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you seen that episode?
No.
Okay. There's Twilight Zone has a bunch of plot twists and whatnot. So
3, 2,
I love Al.
1.
Tori loves Alf. Hipstari confirms.
He's an Olimar hater.
All right, Ags versus Jinx.
Wild.
This is another match where it's like I'm surprised it's this early. And even though it is Winners quarterfinals after all, but you know, this could be a tourney winner.
Very much so. Both of these players are very proficient.
Yeah.
And we see Ag's already kind of pulling a little bit ahead, but
I love how many times we've seen GCU varsity members like have to face off against one another in the late bracket.
who's seeding this? No, just,
Yeah.
they're just winning.
Yeah. Bracket conflict in winners quarterfinals. Who seeded this?
It's winners finals.
Yeah.
I know Jinx is definitely a more volatile player just in terms of getting combos and getting comebacks, whereas Ags likes to be very consistent all throughout.
I just saw Jinx hit like 2 extremely insane reactions where they were doing deep breathing, and they keep canceling it with like perfect effect.
There we go.
Well, you know.
Ags is just not letting Jinx
Yeah.
get anything.
Also, Ags with the backwards propeller cap. That's
That is
definitely a
crazy.
new look he's pioneering right now. I hope it does not stick.
Why? No, I like it. It's like it cancels out because
Yeah.
like having the propeller hat is sick.
Yeah,
Wearing
and
your hat backwards is sick. Doing them both together, slightly questionable.
I thought you were going to talk about like one being sick and one being lame, and you were just going to say, oh yeah, the propeller hat's cool, but wearing your hat backwards, what a dweeb.
No, they're both cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like doing them both is really interesting because I think it really kills
see how
the
colorful
vibe
it
of the propeller hat.
What's up?
It's like business in the front, party in the back, except party's in the front and
Yeah.
business is in the back. I don't know. Party without business is foolish, but business without party is revolting.
Yeah. All right, deep breathing back on deck is going to be huge here. Maneuvering perfectly around that little player there. Ags, I will say, though, is coming out on top right now and almost took that stock there, but not quite. Going to have to just wait out over this ledge. Nice, setting up into the air, and there it's good. Now,
There
Ag's almost about to go through a little circle candy there, but not quite really able to on this platform layout like this. Jinx, however, trying to pick up the pace, catch up a little bit.
I think Ags is doing a great job of just, once we see, similar with EO4, Ags is a very patient player, and just knowing when to up air there, and
yeah.
knowing when to do moves and when to do defensive options is very great intuition. But Jinx has deep breathing, and great intuition by him. He said, you're going to spot dodge, forward smash, and he's bringing it back to even stocks.
All right, nice little gentleman's jab there. Setting up and out.
This is getting closer and closer by the moment. Up smash not gonna kill. There's the Skittle. The percent is rising proportionally, but that Skittle. I don't know if he forgot about it. He said, "You're dead."
Wow. All right.
Too much sugar.
And watch Sephiroth just walk off. What a lovely crowd we got here right now.
4-0. I mean, we see
The Axe
Felix.
Cat does go crazy. Look at that.
It does. If he was wearing the hood too, but he's taking the jacket off, that means it's getting serious.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Okay. I've been learning tech decking lately. Because I got a tech deck for Christmas, because that's what I asked for.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I don't know if you've tried doing a tech deck, but I can do like a kickflip somewhat consistently, but I still can't do an ollie. I did one once and I popped off. But like, if anyone in the chat knows how to tech deck and knows any tips, please let me know. I've seen multiple YouTube videos. I don't feel like I'm getting better. And like, I went to GCU's chapel and I was practicing. And like, I'm probably on someone's like Instagram stories and like, oh my word,
really
what a
strong
counter.
there.
Yeah, he is skating
So Ags
away with that
completely
stock.
taking over off stage there. We usually say never challenge Jinx off stage, but Ags had it just well enough. And I guess it was because he stayed right nearest to the ledge there.
Yeah, it was very good recognition, just catching that side B with the counter.
Nice
Just the
grab
tip,
mix up
too.
there, too.
Both of these characters flourish so well off stage, and yet both kind of have the options to deny the other person those rights, those privileges.
Yeah.
Does the Smash universe have Second Amendment rights? If so, why does Wii Fit Trainer not have a gun?
Because they don't need it. They have their muscles. Their mind and body is stronger
True, true.
than any weapon.
Never bring a knife to a gunfight, but if you have the sun, it'll do.
Yeah. The unrivaled power of the sun.
Jinx though, getting some low percent combos, catching a jump or two, and you see already even stocks. Both of these players, I think, are really just getting the most out of advantage state. We see the neutral looks pretty genuine despite some of Mars's previous claims, and that's it's something though that like has been pretty solid, and then they've really been capitalizing off of the advantage state.
That's a really funny call out. Oh my god. Ooh, okay, back at it.
Okay, I might take back what I said. They're kind of swinging. But, okay, I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Forgive me, Mars.
It's interesting because like to what extent do you optimally just kind of like not think? Because the less you think, sometimes you're more likely to fall into habits, but sometimes you're less likely to fall into like predictability.
That's the thing. There's two paths to improvement in any fighting game, and this is true for Smash Ultimate as well. This is my little sermon for tonight. You either have to be so good that you are impossible to read because you have any number of options you will always mix between, and your opponent cannot capture them, or you have to be so bad you are impossible to read. And really, neither of these players are quite reaching into that territory yet, but it is just funny to comment on, especially as Ags is now sending Jinx back off stage and taking another stock. Nice.
To add on to what you said, I was once told that someone was like, I never know what you're going to do. You always do like the one option I don't think you're going to do. I was like, it's not because I'm good. I'm just not thinking.
Yeah,
and it works out because you don't expect me to be this stupid, but I am.
Yeah.
It's like reverse psychology, but it works. I'm in a communication-esque class, and I had to answer some questions about some similar things like that of just expectations and how you view other people and perception. And it really does change so much because if you some games, some matchups, you have to like get yourself in the mindset of I don't respect this person.
Yeah.
You know, like not that you don't respect them, just the way you play against them, you have to play like you don't respect them.
Yeah.
Because it works, and sometimes you do have to respect them, but it really varies.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of characters get their best matchups based off of, like, not even matchups, just the other player treating them with, like, too much charity. I'll get into that more after this game, because it's about to close out 169 second!
No.
Oh, he had it in the bag and gave it up to Jinx.
Just a little bit off the ledge, didn't spike. That's tough. Lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce indeed, Parker.
He's throwing for content.
Back to the point I said I was gonna make after the game. The game is now ended, so now I'll make my point. Is that there are characters like Incineroar where it's like so much of it is because like the opponent is is playing afraid of them, which is exactly what that type of character wants. And I mean, Sephiroth also wants their opponent to play afraid, but who doesn't really?
But at this point, you really hope that both of these players respect each other, considering they're on a team together. That would be kind of awkward.
Yeah.
You just hate your teammates. I don't know if you've gotten to go to any of their practices this year or semester and observe. I know I have not been able to, but I'm always curious to see what kind of work they're putting in.
Yes. Not as many as previously, because they are not open anymore. Although I am an employee, so I can still technically poke in. And I'm a commentator, so double the notion.
True.
However, Sephiroth is getting juggled a little bit here as Jinx sends them further and further. Ags now responding promptly in kind. Again, kind of just showing why these two players are of the same caliber on the same team. You know how it is. Deep breathing back on deck.
We should be able to do a lesson. What a little, oh my word, the off the backboard, the bing bong.
Yeah.
The 2-hit wombo combo. I think Storm _ should have us as a guest at their practice to tell everyone on the team what their habits are. And just say that we've watched them enough that we're right. And they'll be like, yeah, you like rolling. And they'll be like, no, I don't. I'm like, I don't know. Salute the sun. Very even stocks, though. Very even. It's tight. still haven't gotten my Shrek Super Slam. I'm trying to. I don't know. I need to get that done. Let me know in the chat if you would be interested in watching a Shrek Super Slam tournament, because I think it would be amazing. If you've never played Shrek Super Slam, emulate it on. I mean, no, don't emulate it. That's not a real thing. Play it on the GameCube or the PS2, and it's a great game. Seems like this is really just a matter of stocks. We see both of these players very hesitant, just kind of throwing out safe options. Catching that roll in though is going to be huge for Ags. And that's something where you see it, like the pace of the match really slowed down there. And then you start to not really think maybe as much. Like, they won't expect a roll here. But Ags, it really has that patience to be able just to be like, I'm not trying to predict something. I'm just trying to react to something. And if you really pick that option and are comfortable with that, then you can really benefit from it. And that's what a big thing I think in this game is don't question what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, the more time you spend deciding to do something, the more likely you might end up just doing nothing.
Yeah.
And it's almost like in teamwork where you want to have one person do something outright and the other person do nothing. But it's against yourself. It's like part of you wants to do this, part of you wants to do this. Pick one and go.
Yeah.
And then learn from it. But if you take the time to just like think about it always, then you're going to be moving a lot slower and you can just get outpaced.
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good way of putting it, especially considering Ags is known for being a bit of a more methodical player, taking his sweet time. Whereas Jinx, of course, also playing, on the back foot every now and then, like in just Treat to Legend and whatnot, but never not active, I would say. Because anything he's doing that seems passive is more so just like too actively bait his opponent out.
Yeah,
Definitely never a player that rests on his laurels.
100%. It really is just like any sport where, like, not any sport maybe, but like a lot of the sports like basketball, it's more about endurance where you run, you go hard, you take a small break, you go hard, you take a small break, you go hard, you take a small break. That's the same here. You go in, you get your damage, you take a small break maybe, do a little bit of neutral, kind of try to like, oh my god. We see Ags in space, he was like, okay.
The Herbox shift.
No.
No.
It's the propeller hat. He's gangster
Insane.
now.
It's true. Performance enhancing hat.
Yep.
I'm throwing up a flag. I'm like, phew. All right.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really said, poke, don't touch, touch, don't touch, touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
Oh. We have a best of 5 coming up for you folks. Our first best of 5 of the night is going to be, is it Mioxi versus Bulbasaur?
like it.
That is certainly what it seems like. It certainly seems like it's Mioxi versus Bulbasaur. Very exciting stuff. Some people are banging their heads into each other in the corner.
Wild.
Wait, what was that about?
Can't spell wild without Y.
Old.
Auburn. Like the place. Or the color. Let us know in the chat. What's your favorite color and why?
Mine, purple.
Why?
I like it.
Good
It's
enough
nice
for
and
me.
it's purdy, nice and distinct.
Yeah.
Also now, the school I go to is purple, so that helps.
Yeah.
And the high school I graduated from was also purple, so that helps. But I liked purple before I went there.
Do you like purple as a color or as a what it makes you think of?
As a color, I like to I like wearing purple. I like having purple things. My pillowcase is purple. My nothing else I have on is purple. Honestly, I probably have way more clothes that aren't purple than I have the clothes that are.
Yeah, it makes it special though.
Yeah.
Because I grew up liking green because all my favorite things were green, like
Yeah.
turtles,
Aw,
frogs,
That's cute.
like snakes even were more green, and like Luigi is green.
My favorite color is lavender, which is like a pale purple, but
Yeah.
the flower lavender is a very dark purple, and that's always ruined my mentality.
It is kind
We are now seeing Mioxi versus Bulbasaur. This is best of 5, winner semis.
the fox and the hound, except instead of a hound, it's a turtle.
Yep.
And he's not as green as he should be. I think in terms of color though, like a nice light blue is always nice. I think that's just a solid color that goes with a lot of things. But like a lighter green, I think would be nice if you pair it with, like, with blue. And then red, Christmas time, obviously. But speaking of red, these percents are going more and more red the longer we look at them. Mioxi just really getting these juggles. Bowser's the character to really do them on for sure.
All right, bouncing up there. Trying to get up from the ledge, but not quite able to. Again, the Bowser ledge trapping is definitely a big problem. Yep, there's that
Right.
stock, just like that.
There's so many characters in this game that benefit off of ledge trapping, and that's something I think we talked about a few weeks ago. But I think when you start playing the game, it's like, oh, spikes are so cool.
Yeah,
And then you realize, like, most of the game is ledge trapping.
yeah.
That's where you get percent. Because you get to a point where people aren't going to get edge guarded unless you're playing like Dr. Mario or
Yeah.
something. You know, like even though Fox doesn't have a great recovery, it's kind of hard for Bowser to really like.
Yeah, even the characters with less good recovery still have some element of it that's kind of volatile that makes it just not that worth it to go off and try and ledge guard.
Like you might as well just ledge trap. I mean, Fox also very good at ledge trapping. You'll probably see a lot more back airs in the future.
Yeah.
Ooh, just a little slow on that forward smash. Not going to quite get it. I mean, the neutral tech isn't quite stalled. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
That is the pros of playing against a big guy like Bowser. I don't know how he DI'd there, but that last dash attack, just the weak hit, gonna set up perfectly for that up smash. Here's the up airs.
Ooh. Nice.
That
Very
forward air.
strong response to Mioxi's out of shield off from there.
Pushed him into the corner and then pushed him into the left side. That's the corner. Yeah, this pressure is just insane. Mioxi knows how to play Fox and definitely knows how to put on pressure, especially a character like Bowser. But Bulbasaur is definitely known to just gonna kill you. I mean, it's Bowser. You could die.
Yeah.
Except if you
Wow.
LB and get forward smashed.
There we go. Yeah, Mioxi kind of just turned it around on a dime. I guess that is one of the things she's known best for.
What you get? What you get?
All right. Let's see where we go now. Back to PS2. All right.
Stop battle.
Yeah, we'll be sticking with that same character.
All right.
Go.
3, 2, 1, go. Mioxi, of course, getting the head off here.
Alrighty, here's the up airs. 81%. Good luck, have fun. Up air, definitely one of the most satisfying moves that the spaces have at least. Oh! That's the drag down forward air. Oh my word.
Yeah, I was like, just that completely explosive combo power Fox is known for best.
That movement was crazy too. Kind of leaning in to get the forward air, but then
Yeah.
pulling out a little bit to get the forward smash out of it. Great play there. Actually, just like I said, just hitting everything, and it's working. Ooh, great tech there from Bulbasaur. Definitely not wanting to get into the same situation as earlier. But you're already dead again.
Yeah.
That's how fast Fox is. Just so quick with every move. Like you're already at 30%. It seems like Bulbasaur was just at 3 stocks, and now he's at 1. What do you do? There's the back air though. That'll do something, you know, kind of get a little something started.
Oh, just smack, smack, smack. All right. That'll do the trick. I mean, Bulbasaur already on his last stock. And the drag down is guaranteed to kill. Mioxi now up 2-0.
Fox wins.
That was fast. It was a fast game. A very quick game. Bulbasaur just really struggling to get out of the pressure, and that is, you know, you're playing against Fox, like,
Yeah.
especially if the Fox player knows how to really catch you out there, get those tech chases. At some point, you know, you lose your rhythm and you miss one tech, you're missing the second.
Yeah, absolutely, Parker. All right, we are back here again at PS2. No real reason to change, especially not in this matchup. Mioxi has not let her foot off the gas pedal in quite some time.
I think Bulbasaur is going a little bit more for more overshooting options, trying to catch Mioxi, trying to like back out a little bit. But I think if anything, you know, poking options, something that Watt does a lot, great up smash though, is those like retreating forward airs, running back just to catch people trying to run in. Because at this point, I think Mioxi has kind of realized like just run in and do stuff, just be oppressive. Because it's been working very well. Not relenting at all. And up airs, yeah. You see the shield damage too. You don't want to get shield poked. You don't want your shield to get broken. There's so much constant pressure. You just don't really get any time to breathe. But Bulbasaur is going to take that one opportunity, that one blink of time, and say, nope, we're both going down. That is a crazy trade. That is really helping Bulbasaur out here. Except for the fact that now you're...
Yeah, he just got comboed to 90%, 100%.
On up tilts.
Yeah. I was say the up tilts alone were to 80.
That's wild. What a
Again,
character.
like I said, turning it around on the dime. Mioxi really hoping for this 3-0 here, even after Bulbasaur did everything he could to try and take that that game.
You're at 80 in one combo. Goodbye. I mean, you know, you're playing Bowser. It's only to be expected, but
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I think Bulbasaur is really starting.
Yeah,
to
but I feel like if he was that worried about it, he would have switched. I mean, he has some secondaries now.
Very true. Very true. It feels less of like, oh, you're close to like winning as much as you're close to figuring it out, which would make you win. But it's getting close. I mean, it's not over yet. Bulbasaur could kill me out at any time.
Nice.
Not gonna get the forward
Yeah,
air.
missing that text
That'll do
though.
it. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Was that techable actually?
Probably not.
I don't know what do I think about it.
I think it was at like 180.
Yeah.
The tough one.
Clean 3-0 for Mioxi. Wow.
Very much so. Very
All right.
swift match there. It was quick. It was quick, you know.
Yeah,
We're not gonna sugarcoat it or nothing. But I think that's something where it really is just a tempo type of thing. You know, you got to make sure that you're really adapting to that quickly because it's hard.
Yeah.
You play someone, especially if that's something where you haven't played as much of before, and you just get steamrolled sometimes. And that was like I played the Zivus for the first time, and I got steamrolled. It was just too much to handle.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's going on.
For me, that's how it was when I played Player 2, the Snake.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
just
yeah. It's like
oh!
and those aren't even like
Yeah.
rush down characters.
Yeah.
It just feels like it if you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But once you get the familiarity with it and you really start to kind of like see those patterns,
Yeah.
you can really find those opportunities to run away faster and really gather yourself. So even though it can be tough, it's a lot of it is just a matter of playing the game and getting that matchup knowledge. Because you can talk about a matchup all you want, but actually playing the matchup is what gets you places.
Yeah. Whew. Right.
Like even if you have a winning matchup against someone, I've been told that I'm on the big screen at my apartment, I'm assuming. Hello to my roommate Aaron. I just want to thank, my roommate Aaron, my roommate Andrew.
Yeah.
His girlfriend Alyssa's probably watching. My mom, my dad, my brothers.
Couldn't be there without them.
Couldn't be there without them. I don't really know what I'm supposed to say. Something I was talking about earlier is that I sometimes forget that people are watching this, and I just kind of talk, and it works. I hope, unless you guys are all laughing at me. But I'm gaming.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gaming in parallel,
Yeah.
where I'm not the one necessarily doing the gaming, but I am the one watching the gaming. And you know, if there's a better time for you to start watching, Aaron, it's this set because Greninja sucks.
Yeah, preach to the choir, Pack. Tell us all why Greninja sucks.
Absolutely.
Here in winter semifinals, our second best of 5.
I don't know if Aaron's girlfriend wanted to get mentioned, but it's too bad.
Well, now you need to talk to her and tell her about
Okay.
why Greninja sucks.
Alyssa, since you're so interested in this game, I'm sure I'll tell you why the character I play is very good against Axe and whoever else is in the audience. Basically, we've said it time and time again, Greninja's fast, and he's a frog. And if you've ever caught frogs in your backyard, there's one thing you've noticed, is that they hop around. You know what I'm saying? They move.
Jump Greninja, of
They
course,
jump.
the best jump height in the game.
Greninja, second highest jump
Second.
height. It's actually Falco.
It's
So
Falco, I always get that wrong.
now Aaron's popping off. But like that, you see the little moves. He goes boop, boop, beep, boop. And
Okay.
it's just from ground to town in just mere moments. There's really no time. It's just such a fast, oppressive character. And the biggest counterplay to Greninja is easily just shield or like do poking options.
Yeah.
Greninja really struggles with more defensive playstyles that aren't zoning.
Yeah.
But then if you try to zone Greninja, you just get it broken. Causeless 99, though, going to run into that fireball of death. Ags, you know, maybe I've never lost to him as Greninja, but he's beaten a lot of Greninjas.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a Greninja problem, it's a me problem. Who knows? I'm the one winning.
Yeah, I mean, if I were as Alyssa right now, I would be asking more about, like, what are Greninja's weaknesses here that maybe Axe could exploit.
Well, I'm glad you asked. Alyssa indirectly. You know, you brought it up, but I'm sure I agree with you. She's probably wondering. So Greninja is one of those characters that is very polarizing, and so the strengths are there. And at first, if you're winning, you see the strengths like we see now. But then when he's losing, you see the weaknesses. Greninja's recovery is not amazing. We haven't really seen Axe do too much down airs on ledge to kind of two-frame. That is a good option. Greninja does a very bad grab. So Greninja's grab, I think, is frame 10 or 11. Which is tough. And the biggest thing that I think people struggle with Greninja that is surprisingly easy to counter is that Greninja does not have any moves that come out fast. So Greninja's fastest move is frame 5.
I mean, yeah, I know Alyssa told me that she definitely struggles with that.
Yeah, I know. And so the biggest thing to do is Greninja's the type of character that you have to hit before he gets to you. Most people tend to have the playstyle just kind of intuitively of I'm going to wait and then punish.
Yeah.
I'm going to shield and then I'm going to punish.
Yeah.
Whereas with Greninja, you have to punish him before he gets to you because that's when it's the easiest.
Yeah.
Once Greninja's in, unless you're a very specific characters, especially Sephiroth, you're not going to be able to punish those options. What a grab! You're dead.
Wow.
Oh my word.
Taking advantage of that vertical aspect and just swoop.
Boom. It is literally crazy.
Brutal. Brutal indeed. Anyways, if I was Alyssa, I would probably ask Neck for your peer review of like what are some other notable Greninja players who have maybe also expressed distaste for the character.
Oh, I think I know one. It's so the longtime best player in the state in
GOAT.
many ways, the GOAT, the GOAT, has been this dude named Stroder, which we have seen in weeks past. And if you've really been a long time FFF fan, something you've probably noticed is that Stroder never plays Greninja, even though that's the character that he's the most known for. And you're probably wondering, why is that? And it's because the character sucks. This is a game theory. But realistically, Greninja, I think, in a lot of ways, does not do great. Stroder, I've seen the VODs. He beat the best Pikachu in the world. So, you know, Stroder's kind of a gamer, but he plays no Greninja. And so, most Greninja players don't like the character, but they obviously play the character. I'm trying to not play the character, but at this point, you know, I have to say I do. Regrettably. Yeah, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
And so it's really tough because, like, especially I think though at this kind of skill level, Greninja is a very strong character. Just based on the very simplistic game plan with a very complicated, unique movement style. Having that high jump height and that fast falling speed is going to give you a similar tempo to characters like Fox, where you're moving fast, but the high jump height tends to really throw people off. The downside with having a high jump height, though, is you're just putting yourself higher above the opponent, which is not great typically in this game. The only character that really benefits from being above its opponent is someone like Steve, maybe, or or I don't know, even Aegis, but Joker.
The game
Joker.
is definitely designed for you to never want to be above you.
And so the higher you jump, and that's something where like Falco really struggles with, is you jump so high and then you can't get down.
Yeah.
It's the same with Luigi, and that's why you see a lot of Luigi players play a lot more grounded and only short hops. Because why would you want to jump that high? And the main idea is that mostly as Greninja, if you want those big follow-ups, same with Falco, if you're getting those up tilts, you're gonna want to be able to jump high. But realistically, as much as it's a good offensive tool, it is not a good defensive tool. But Costless 99 really gonna catch that DI in there on the dash attack to get that forward air. And that's something where I've said it time and time again. This is a very good matchup for Greninja. I think Greninja is really able to just not worry about getting in, because Sephiroth has so many precise moves that it's really hard for Ags to throw out those poking options effectively. Because every time you throw out a poking option, Greninja is already so far above you. And especially just as like a slimmer character, you see Greninja run and he would definitely go over Sephiroth's forward tilts unless you angle them down.
Our old TD Mackenzie is here. Everybody say hi, Mackenzie.
Oh!
All right, Ags is coming up.
Turning up.
Yeah, I was like, he got one stock there. Okay.
We've seen him beat the Greninjas of times past, of Christmases past, some would say.
I'm sure Ags might be having their Bobby this later at the advent of Coach Underscore. So I'm sure Alyssa, just as a final note, probably wanted to also mention that notable Greninja player Zach, aka Big Foot Bennings, is also in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Probably also has some choice words for the Funny Frog.
Probably.
Such as, this matchup is kind of good for Greninja, and we all hate him!
Yeah. It's funny because I like the character more than I liked him in the game, which is kind of, it's not how I feel with Luigi. There's
all right, down tilt,
not
jump
gonna die
forward.
though, because it's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if the Greninja was a good character, that would be dead.
would have killed. That'll do it.
Well, that'll do it. He's much closer to the blast zone.
Yeah.
Hi, chat.
Hello. Yeah, the Zek has found a lot of success with Greninja, which we've seen. It kind of speaks for itself in a lot of ways. And it's something where, like I said, very strong character at our level. And with any character, if you're a good player, you'll do good with a character if you put time into that character. It is just a matter of, how much work do you want to put in? What kind of results are you looking for? And yeah, Greninja is just one of those more niche characters that I feel like you don't really hear about a ton.
Yeah.
There's a whole video on YouTube called Why Do People Not Play Greninja?
Yeah.
Because most people...
Why does nobody play Greninja?
Yeah. People look at Greninja and go, this character's broken. And then you play him more and you're like, It's weird. It's hard to explain, but it's almost similar to like how you could play a character like even Richter. Like you play Richter and be like, this character's broken. Like, look at all these options.
But then you play like Min and
and there's just people who do it so much better that really kind of invalidate the use of the character all overall. Where it's like, why play Sheik when you can play Greninja? Why play Greninja when you can play Joker?
Yeah, 100%. Why play Joker? Just play Fox. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can. There's always a bigger fish.
It's all the way down. Yeah.
It is. It's find the character that's the best at your archetype.
It is the inherent like quirk of a 100-character game.
So the one misconception that at least I had is that I would tend to really kind of categorize Greninja as a rushdown character, but really more so he flourishes a lot more as a bait and punish character.
Yes.
And that's something that I think causes a lot of people to not do as well with Greninja. Is because you play Greninja and you're like, I'm just gonna rush down. I'm gonna down tilt. But Greninja doesn't have very good like oppressive moves on shield. But if you watch characters like Leah, which is kind of Japan's best Greninja, or Tarek, which is, I don't know where he's from, the better Greninjas of the world, the strategy tends to be nair and run away.
Yeah.
Like that is all I see. Like
Yeah.
the biggest note I take watching like professional sets is just nair and run away. Because nair is his only aerial that's
We saw
safe.
that from Zach like 2 weeks ago, where
Yeah.
they started to go down, and it's like, well, all you have to do now to cinch this is just nair and run away.
Yep.
And it worked.
Nair and run away and then react or whatever. And so Greninja does so much better as a bait and punish character, and if you can really utilize that, that's when you really start to do well with the character.
Yeah.
And it's hard because I wish he wasn't. I would love to play a more rush down Greninja. It's just not optimal because then his weaknesses are a lot more glaring. But like you said, yeah, the Zek definitely a great example of that. Same with obviously like Stroder.
Causeless 99.
Yeah.
Apparently.
These very much so. Just getting these dash attacks, getting these combos, just great execution. But Water Shuriken also just a really good projectile if you're patient.
I always advocate for like staying your main over like picking up like randomly counterpicking the secondary. But I feel like from the ninjas I talked to, this is like one of the only matchups where it's like 100% you should just pick up a secondary. Like, oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, this last game is not looking great. He's about 6% away from down tilt up smash.
Yeah. Say so. He's like what, 2 uncharged shorts?
Pretty much. And that's the thing with Greninja is like, hypothetically, if you're really patient and you're dedicated, Water Shuriken
Yeah.
is so good. It's just boring.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't use it, is because I think it's boring. And it's not a good reason if you want to win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we saw with the Zek versus EO4,
Yeah.
is Water Shuriken helped a ton.
Nice X picking up that kill. Okay. Things
Bringing it
suddenly
back.
looking a lot
He's
more
bringing
doable.
it back.
Things suddenly looking a lot more doable.
Yeah, he's got, doesn't even have the wing yet, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah. It's because he just got that kill, right?
Yeah.
He probably had it right before, which is really unfortunate because then 100%.
Interesting side there, maybe not on purpose. Maybe
Still no win. I don't think.
it's not gonna kill.
Wait, did it just come out? Nope. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna come.
Yeah,
That's
no
really
win.
unfortunate.
Not today.
It's like the best worst comeback mechanic.
It really is. I mean, most comeback mechanics are good. Ooh. Yeah, that's that awkward percent. Greninja, one thing that he struggles with too is the problem with the problem with having such a high jump too is and having such a lower short hop is that there's a big blind spot in getting certain hits where it's like they get popped up too high to short hop and too low to full hop.
Yeah.
And so you're just there and you're like, you back air and then it doesn't kill. And so Greninja can really struggle with that, just getting those confirms. And even down tilt is like I think down tilt is frame 5, which is really good. But for a down tilt that's doing that much for you, it's fine, but it could be better.
Life is good, but it could be better.
Yeah. Greninja is one of the characters too that needs momentum. So
Yeah.
there's certain characters like Sora, where Sora can start a combo with no momentum, like physical velocity.
Yeah.
And then you get like a nair, and then you can move, then you chain it.
Yeah.
But Greninja, if you're not moving forward and you hit a nair, you cannot hit half the things that you would normally hit.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people aren't able to get those follow-ups,
Yeah.
is because you're not already moving. You don't have that momentum.
Yeah.
And so certain
They're
characters,
not too far away. Yeah.
yeah, even though Greninja has amazing movement speed, his air acceleration is not as good as you would expect for the combos that he's trying to do. And so a lot of things kind of have to be premeditated to where you're moving into something instead of falling back. So you get a character like Bowser that we were talking about earlier, where you're forward airing consistently and falling back and forward airing and then even following up on it. But with Greninja,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that was it.
Well, I was just gonna say we were just talking about Greninja and Fox, so this is another opportunity for you to keep expanding your knowledge, Parker. Winners finals, best of 5.
Oh wow, we were at winners finals. I did not realize that. Yeah, this is, I mean, both of these are more fast followers, so you're gonna see a lot of combos in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I think Fox obviously a lot more impressive on shields and setups. But the one thing Greninja really benefits on the ledge here is that Greninja's ledge jump is his best option. And it's high enough to where Fox Mia is going to need to specifically, unless the timing is perfect, specifically bull hop to get back airs.
Yeah.
And so you'll see a lot of Foxes, what they'll do is they'll back air over and over at ledge, and that'll hit jump.
Yeah.
But it won't hit Greninja because Greninja jumps too high off of ledge. So it's a very good way there for Greninja. It still gets predictable, but there's that nair.
Yeah.
That's something that's very useful for Fox. Getting those nairs on like a floaty character can be hard to get an up smash just because they're not getting put in a tech situation. It's hard because it's kind of a hit or miss where if Greninja has the option to tech, that can save Greninja. But if you don't have the option to tech, it might be easier to get out altogether.
Yeah.
Oh my word, there's that drag down forward air again. Miaxi is running away with this at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, she completely knows what she's doing.
100%.
Behind the wheel.
Yeah, and you see the space there, even with that backer, just low enough to be able to hit Causeless 99. Because that's a lot of thing that, I guess both these characters, but definitely more Greninja really benefit from, is just being small enough to duck under things. And so that's more of just the aspect.
Oh.
What a forward smash. Still not going to die,
See,
though.
Burger, you make a pretty great analytical commentator yourself, just especially if it's like one of the characters who you have dabbled in a little more. And watching Miaxi play is crazy because it's like taking that analytical knowledge but like actually applying it at the highest level.
Literally, no,
I'm
it's
like,
so
oh,
true.
Dang. Whereas like I know that she knows functionally everything there is to know about winning that interaction.
It's not just having the knowledge, it's using it.
Because usually what you say is that like the commentators come from a certain perspective of omnipotence, especially in games like non-fighting games, where you literally just see the map that your players are not seeing in like a MOBA or a shooter. In this, your players at least see the same screen you're seeing, but you're at least removed from the pressure of having to like execute.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that I've noticed Miaxi bring to the table is like still, even with that pressure to execute, being able to like completely unravel every decision she and her opponent are making.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw with that forward smash at ledge, like, Greninja really struggles off of ledge just because there's no good forward-facing anything. Greninja does a lot better in, like, disadvantage facing the other way. Almost like Donkey Kong does, where if you're Donkey Kong, like, you don't want to be facing, you want to be facing away from them so that you can back it.
Yeah.
And so, great up smash. See, I mean, up air, just catching those jumps. But we've seen Miaxi just covering the ledge there with that forward smash. Covered jump, covered trying to drop ledge and do something. It's just really recognizing that there's no options for Greninja in a situation, so you can just throw out those kind of bigger moves. Yeah, one thing that does help with Greninja here, just having that fastball get out of his up tilts. We saw earlier with Bowser, you know, Miaxi was able to get all the way to 80, but here, you know, Krause's 99 living at a solid 50. Gonna get that down to a forward air, close off the stock. There's that forward smash. Yeah, Fox is definitely one of those characters. I think that familiarity is key. If you're familiar with your character and you understand how to punish things in the game, it's one of those characters where it's like you have the tools, you just have to use them.
Yeah.
And there's certain like characters like DDD, it's like you don't have the tools, you have to find out how to do something.
Yeah.
And then there's the character where like you have all the tools, you just have to optimize it. So it's almost like Joker, where it's like I feel like playing Joker that I can punish anything. It's just a matter of do I have the mental knowledge and understanding of the other character to apply that potential. And that's something that we've said time and time again that Miaxi's really been able to do, is just apply the knowledge and the character in a way that effectively punishes anything that causes he's doing. And that's why we see there's a whole stock, and the game's almost done.
It is almost over. I mean, Miaxi just, like I said, just ready and waiting at that ledge for Causeless to slip up. Up smash, of course, the perfect hold coming from that.
Causeless playing very carefully. We see Miaxi missing. Up smash gonna get another one because that's what Fox does best. That'll take game 2. So Miaxi really just, like, even this last 2 matches we've seen, even in the winners semis, winners finals, Miaxi is just bulldozing. It's not. It doesn't seem very close.
It doesn't. Again, I call this a tough sell, where it's like, you know, the job of the commentators is to remain unbiased, and I am, and to not make another player feel bad when they're watching this back later. But I'm not going to pretend that it looks like Causeless is going to suddenly break away and win this. I mean, if he does, that'd be awesome. But
I think Causeless 99 is just struggling a little bit, especially in disadvantage. And that isn't even him as much as it's Mioxi just doing that work. It's kind of a matter of to what extent do you stop trying to get a reversal and start trying to get out of the situation altogether. It's really knowing when to do aggressive defense and defensive defense.
all right, strap it a little bit more.
Yeah, we haven't really seen a ton of nairs from Causeless. It seems like he's opting for a lot more dash attacks and a lot more back airs, which is great. But like I said earlier, neutral with Greninja is just nair and water shuriken until something works. Like
Kind of exactly the game plan you were outlining earlier.
literally, exactly. I mean, both these characters have very good nairs for very similar reasons. It lingers and it combos. And those lingering moves just cover so much space. Even if they don't have a ton of range, it's more just a matter of time. Yeah. If you took the integral of how much space it covers. Causeless 99, you can see they're just dashing, getting the late hit dash attack and going for the grab. It's just opting for those dash attacks and then trying to punish afterwards when I think Greninja just doesn't really have the options to like effectively scrap in that way. Whereas Fox can easily just kind of be patient throughout that and then punish with a dash attack and get a stronger combo. And so it's kind of like Fox just kind of does what Greninja does with better, except the one thing that I think Greninja could really do is edge guarding. And we haven't seen a ton of edge guarding in this matchup.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing of just like, when is Causeless going to be able to create that kind of opening though? Here. But yeah, I'd say immediately getting reversed off stage.
And I mean, that's just great recognition from Mioxi. Unfortunate XD there on the side B. I think Causeless is just getting a little antsy, trying to kind of get his kills a little early. He has the right idea, and he's really getting those openings. It's just a really tight opening that you're trying to get. Grab. For an upper, not going to do it. I mean, that is the benefit of jumping high. I know we mentioned the downsides of being high, but it also lets you really juggle better in some ways. Those for the forward are going to get the frame trap on the down air. And I think that's the thing a lot of people struggle with too, is just you play Greninja and you go, I should air dodge, and you should never air dodge. Because 9 out of 10 times, you're just not going to get hit in the first place. You just feel it. But very much a closer game here. Causeless 99 just going to need to look up a little percent. And I think, definitely a game that he could easily take. Going for the forward air again there. And that's something where, like I said, as I've seen Stroder do, it's just sometimes you realize that you're not going to get the best case scenario. You should just opt for a back.
Yeah.
It's like as hopeful as you can be.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a perfect way of putting it. Speaking of which, there's the up smash that you're always waiting for. Fox is on screen and about to close it in. Mioxi takes it 3-0.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that will do it. And with that in mind, we're going to have a 5-minute break to let some of our sets catch up through losers, and then we will be back with you with, I believe, loser semis. So stay tuned.
Bye-bye. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with our guest, Donovan.
It's the beamy throne right there.
Always. And
Uh-huh.
we're gonna get to see Yuri and Ags play, and they're pretty funny. And so yeah,
Sephiroth and Richter,
I
very,
know.
very
So,
funny.
you've been a lot more active in the scene competitively. So have you played Yuri before?
I've not. Actually,
He's
no.
crazy.
Is he?
He plays Richter in like a fun way. Cause like I feel like I hear about Richter and I'm like, this is just some zony, campy character. And then you play Yuri and you're like, oh shoot, I'm dying. Like I'm not even trying to lose. I just am. But like I'm sure you've played against Ags.
Oh, I have, and it is quite literally the opposite. It's just, oh geez, he is playing slow, but he's making moves, so I can't be mad about it.
It's true. It's just a matter of patience. That's something that Mike and I were talking about earlier. Of like in most things, if you can be patient, it doesn't mean that you're camping. It's just a matter of being able to spend the mind power to put effort into your actions.
It looks like Yuri does not want Ags to play slow at all, throwing everything at him.
And that's what I mean. It's like Yuri doesn't play that, like he's very aggressive, especially on ledge. It's just having that rinse and repeat option of frost, axe, holy water.
Yeah,
It's
but
all-
it works so well for some reason. It's like the combination of the three, just like that, with the back air, smacking that Sephiroth out to the next dimension.
Absolutely. It's the trinity of projectiles. I mean, we can only hope that he also worships the trinity as well in truth. But Ags looks like he's kind of falling apart, and maybe it's because he doesn't.
Yeah, losing the patience, actually playing more aggressive. But there goes Yuri down right there. The whip didn't hit, which is so weird. Where like sometimes when you do the aerial, it just like snaps when you're like far away, but then when you're like barely close, it just never hits. It's just so weird.
I'd love to see like a visualization of the hitbox there, the grab box. Per
Yeah,
se.
it's weird. I wonder how. You know, that's a great question. How does that work?
It's kind of funny to think about because like in essence you always start with a concept when someone's designing. So someone initially had to go, this is what it's gonna look like this is what the hitbox is gonna look like, and then they obviously changed that through testing and stuff. But yeah, people approved that. They said, yeah, what if it just didn't work? Maybe they didn't think about it, but that's how it ended up.
Maybe the code is a little bit broken and they didn't want to fix it at all.
Very true.
They just called it a day. Nobody's playing this character.
Yeah, we don't even need to. That's what they did with Piranha Players.
Basically, yeah, they just added the character and just left him be.
And this is good. This is fine.
The character's funny. It's a plant.
That's why I think characters
Whoa.
are more fun the worse they are.
You see what Yuri did? Did the little whip.
Yeah, the little ring around the roses. Swing it till you bring it. Who
I
knows?
never thought I'd see that actually used. in a
Ironically,
set.
it's a very good option because it's such a consistent hitbox that if you try to jump out of shield expecting something else, you'll just get hit with it, or if you try to roll, you'll get hit. And so it's funny because as funny as it looks, it definitely has its practical uses, which is kind of what we just saw.
That's crazy. Other than using the little glitch where you use that ledge and it constantly has the hitbox,
Yeah.
I would think that's the only reason to use it. Unless you're just trolling.
Sit there.
I wanted to see if Yuri knows how to do that. But I don't think it would work because with Sephiroth's recovery, into the fully charged Octa Slash,
Absolutely.
I don't think it will actually work.
Yeah, too big of a hitbox, too big of a sword.
Yep, that little tiny whip does not do it.
Yeah, the axes will though. They are. I think is recovering very well.
Oh,
That'll do it.
throw him out of there.
Goodbye.
Throw that man out of here. But now it's Ag still has the advantage here, but still playing really aggressive. I think Ags has realized that playing patient isn't really working in his favor. So he's trying to be more in Yuri's face. Kind of throw out those wacky Sephiroth moves, which seems to be working really well. With the neutral beat up.
It seems like in most sports, like in basketball, what's typically emphasized is good defense makes a good offense, which is very true in basketball. The goal obviously is to do good defense, get the ball, and then play offense. But Smash is such an interesting game, and most fighting games, where you can say, okay, I'm gonna grab the basketball, but then I'm just gonna shoot on your hoop, except it's my hoop. It's such a weird like idea of you don't have to. It's not as clear cut as like you're playing defense, now you're playing offense. It's like you can do whatever you want as long as it works. It works. There's not as much rules for that. It's like there's one basketball hoop that's shared.
It's like street basketball, basically.
Literally, it's just half court. And there is no going back to the three-point line.
No siree. It's just trying to get closer and closer to the hoop, which the hoop is throwing them to the glass field, and there goes Sephiroth all the way up, going to heaven, soon to fall down from there for this game 2.
Absolutely.
But that was good.
It is a stairway to heaven. He took some steps to get there, but eventually got there, and now he's at the gates. He's just gotta get through the gates, I guess. We're gonna see moving into this game 2 if he can really pull through in that. You saw Axe so much trouble killing. At about, Yuri was chilling at about 170. I think both of these characters really struggle to kill just based on how linear their game plan is. They both have really easy killing options. They're just so predictable and easy to avoid that you don't get to see them as much of a conventional manner as some other characters like Diddy Kong or Greninja.
That's true, but what I noticed was that Yuri was actually slowing down the tempo while Ags was still trying to go the same speed they were going the whole game. But it seems like Yuri has just figured out that maybe he's gonna switch up the tempo a little bit. Can't let Ags be comfortable with one set speed.
Absolutely, and that's something that Ags has really grown over the years, I would say, is just recognizing how fast to play. I think first year at DCU played a lot more patient, a lot more hesitant, was not aggressive at all. And has slowly really gotten better at that. And it's not that he never had that like ability per se, because he would in friendlies be a lot more aggressive. It's just a matter of if you get in that competitive mindset, you feel like it's the best option. But we've seen him really do a lot better being able to switch up that speed, because it's like playing music. It's easier to play music when it stays at the same tempo. If the tempo suddenly changes, you have to readapt to a new set of rules, essentially. And that's kind of what Ags is trying to do here, is start fast like that, getting those run-off forward airs, but then slow it down when you need to. And Yuri's going to take advantage of that and say, nope, I'm just going to catch you sleeping and throw an axe in the air.
Literally. Just lost their stock, and then it's a stock for a stock, back to even. It seems that Ags wants to play the bongos, setting up the tempo, while Yuri is playing every other instrument.
Very much so.
That doesn't set the tempo, but they keep on like switching roles of who's conducting the speed and who isn't. And right now it looks like Ags is doing just that.
100%.
Not letting Yuri take the tempo anymore, really extending his advantage, being up a stock. He seems to know the vibes, which is very good.
Yeah, really pulling ahead here. Just, like you said, acknowledging that he's got the lead, he has the tempo, he's in control, and he's setting the pace, and then getting the most out of that.
He's not overcommitting at all, which is really good. Waiting out everything. But Yuri needs to figure out what Ags is doing differently now. Yuri seems to be really struggling to get in without trading hits.
Yeah, look at that tricky move from there, just with the need to be canceled into the up tilt. We just see that he's really feeling himself here.
Yeah, Ags is doing a lot of mind games here. he's good with that long sword. I mean, there's so much he can do, but it's like they both got long weapons. But I'm pretty sure Richter has a faster frame data, if I'm not wrong.
It would seem so. Yeah, what a counter. I think Yuri is just not calling Ags' bluffs as much as Ags is calling Yuri's bluff.
Yeah.
Ags is saying, you won't. And then Yuri's like, you're right. And then Yuri is just kind of like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. And he's like, psych, I'm doing this instead. And so those mix-ups really helped him set the pace. I don't know how you grew up, but I grew up in a household where attacking off of the angel platform was a crime. And if you died and then immediately swung, you were cringe. And in the competitive scene, it's not the same. And we've seen Yuri get a lot of his kills, a lot of his percent off of those angel platforms, where Ags will take a stock and Yuri will immediately say, you're dying too. I'm going to use that invincibility and use the fear that you have and really get the most out of it. And that's kind of really summarizes Richter as a character of just, I'm going to scare you. And Ags doesn't get too scared.
No, Ags just seems to be very patient, kind of just dealing with whatever's being thrown at him, while also throwing his own projectiles, which I think makes the matchup a little bit easier, because he can just like throw his little Skittles or his little fireballs and just basically play the same game that Yuri's playing, but with the plus added benefit of the really long sword and then wing when he's losing, unfortunately. But he's definitely taking advantage of the wing, is what I've noticed. Just like that, the down smash to the cross.
Spoken into existence.
Literally. I am bringing goodwill to Ags. But to be honest, I don't even know. This set honestly seems really close. I mean, they're like neck and neck. It's like after each game, it's like one person has the momentum. Just like first game, Yuri had all the momentum. Second game, it was Ags. Now they seem to be pretty even. Which is really good. I mean, this is not on Yuri's side. Like, he is staying on top at 97%. Ags is at 122 flat.
Absolutely.
And then
like,
he has the accessories.
like what you're saying, Yuri's side B is really kind of the base of it all. I mean, just like real life, it all lies at the foot of the cross. And if we can go to the cross and really trust in that, then that's where we're going to find success. So that's something that really is kind of mimicked almost in this character, where you're throwing out those side Bs, you're always going back to it, it comes back to you, you can't escape from it. And if you trust in that effectively, and you don't really trust in yourself, and you have faith in the cross, then you're really going to be set, and that'll save you.
I feel like Sephiroth should be taking extra damage from those crosses. I feel like he's like the opposite from one of the cross.
Very much so. I don't know the lore of Final Fantasy, but those Skittles are going to send him straight to the blast zone.
And just like that, I mean, like Ags is now in the lead after being down
With the wing.
just a couple minutes.
He has the wing, which is kind of funny.
He does, which is, oh wait, he's down? He can have a wing while down? What? That is a concept I will never understand.
They said you're winning, but you're technically losing.
So this ain't no Lucario deal. Like Lucario straight up just lose, and technically you're winning. Sephiroth I thought was the same, but I guess it's very percent and stock based, I guess. I don't know, from what Ags has told me of how it works, it sounds like it.
But it's interesting because the difference is that the only way you lose the wing is by taking a stock if you're high enough, if you're high enough. Yeah, because if you're at 150 and you have wing and you take a stock, you might keep the wing. If you're at 50 and you take a stock, you're not keeping the wing.
To be honest, I kind of thought it was the other way around.
It might be. Maybe I'm wrong.
Like when you're low percent and you take the stock, then you lose the wing. But if you're high,
I think that's what I meant. I might have said it wrong.
Yeah, I think you flipped it around a little backwards.
Ooh.
I think Yuri just missed the easiest kill of their life.
It's tough. It's like forward smash is such a slow move, and so it doesn't come down to when you do it. It comes down to when you let go of it. And so when you're really timing something like that, it's interesting because it's like it changes whether or not they're air dodging. And that's what I was saying earlier, where Yuri isn't really calling Axe's bluff. Is that forward throw going to do it? Not quite.
Dang.
But I think Axe is being a lot more keen to say, you're not doing this. Whereas there, Yuri really expected an air dodge, which would have given him that forward smash. But since he was expecting that air dodge and Axe didn't, and Axe kind of called that bluff, he didn't get punished with it. And that forward tilt is going to make it all worth it.
Sweet spot right in the middle. Slice that man out of here. Kick him out of town.
It is up to 2-1 for Axe's favor.
2-1. Ooh, let's see if Yuri can take another game, bring it to game 5. I have faith. I have faith in the Richter.
He can clutch up. It is really come down to kills, and that's what I find more and more looking at higher matches of you can take percent on purpose, just don't lose your stock. And both of these characters struggle with really taking those stocks, so getting them early can really set you ahead so far. It's not a character like Wario where, you know, you want to take more and more stocks faster, and Wario doesn't really mind because he'll always bring it back with a wop. These characters need to get most out of every opportunity they have to kill their opponent. And you see they've been given the tools where you have Sephiroth's forward smash Giga Flare, and then you have Richter's forward smash, moves that are just absolutely explosive.
Yeah, but I feel like with Sephiroth, you definitely don't want to get hit as much because, I mean, this tall man is lighter than a little puppy dog. So I don't think he really wants to get hit at all. While Richter, pretty sure he's a midway, so he can take all those hits.
Very
but
true.
it seems like that holy water really just brought Sephiroth down. I think he didn't have a jump maybe, or wasn't expecting to get hit by it. Holy water is a very interesting move. Sometimes it hits you at ledge, sometimes it doesn't.
Budget PK Fire.
Basically, it's like PK Fire. I don't know, is it better? Do you think Holy Water is better than PK Fire?
I don't, just because of how slow it is.
I guess speed. I think Holy Water, when you fall into it, it lasts longer. And even if you miss
True.
it, it sits there.
That is true.
So, I mean, the only, like, disadvantage would be the fact that other people could grab the Holy Water and use it to their own advantage.
I was playing with my roommate, and he was playing Richter, and one interesting thing to note as well is that Richter's momentum is stopped when he uses Holy Water, whereas Ness gets shot back a little bit. And the implications of that is that if Richter misses Holy Water and you're in the right position, you can get a far larger, easier punish than if you're playing as Ness and he misses the PK Fire.
Yeah, I mean, like, both of them definitely are like in a lot of lag after they do their move.
Very much.
But Richter, I would say he actually has more control of where he's moving.
Yeah.
Because you can choose if you want to move forward with the Holy Water or stay back.
It's true.
Like, it just depends on how much momentum you have before you do the move. While with Ness, it's kind of like all your speed just kind of gets tanked down right when you use it, and you're like basically at a standstill.
Yeah, it is interesting. They're very similar moves, but I guess really do have different applications in the exact way that you utilize them.
That is true.
Yeah.
But both of them lead into a kill if you
That's what matters.
get the read.
We see Yuri kind of feeling himself. They're gonna get that Holy Water up smash. It
There
works.
is. There it is.
We-
Look
we
what I
saw-
said.
Look
He
at
got,
him.
he got the game 5. He got the game 5.
He turned on the stove. He started cooking, and then he whipped it. You know, the whip is his spatula. Some
We
would
are
say.
having Burnt Angel today. I think he's a clone, not a clone. He's a project, as far as I remember, with Final Fantasy. I've never played it before, so I have no clue. I think he's a. I don't. You know what? I'm just not gonna have my opinion on it. I have no clue what he is. All I know is he's got one wing and he's some kind of super soldier. I think that's all we really need to know.
Yeah, one wing is the most like why would you want one wing?
I don't think he had the choice.
Like realistically, you can't fly with one wing because your center of mass is offset. And you would eventually just start spinning because the moments release the torque from the wing, which just causes you to do in a circle, which would be kind of cool. It's like he has like a built-in tilt-a-whirl. I don't know how that would help with flight.
It would not help at all, but it looks pretty cool. You can't lie about that. It looks pretty cool.
Is it in the middle or is it on the side? If it was in the middle, it'd be kind of funny. It'd be more like a fin, like a wing.
No, it is definitely on the side.
I think it helps him like swim.
Swim? I don't like. It has feathers.
I know, but like to some extent, you could probably swim.
I think you would lose a lot more energy using the other wing than just swimming normally.
That's true.
Plus, it would be harder if
Well,
you
like-
had like the wing out and trying to swim.
But like realistically, if Sephiroth can fly with one wing and being a full-grown man or whatever, then like that wing's pretty strong.
It's gotta
like,
be strong, but
it should be strong enough to propel you through the water.
it's like a duck. Ducks don't use their wings to swim. They just
True,
use their
they use their feet.
But I mean, they're built for that. But I mean, like,
So does
another
that-
example is like birds. Birds use their feet and don't use their
Do
wings.
you think Sephiroth has webbed feet?
Not at all, no.
No. I mean, but like, how would you know?
Because, you know, you got me there. Well, I mean, like, I've never seen Sephiroth in water.
No.
I've never seen that dude in water, ever.
I mean,
Even with the littlest amount of Final Fantasy I've seen, I've never seen that man in water.
it's probably in what's the game that like Sora's in? Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, I don't even think he's been in water in that game either.
Oh. I
Being
wanna
like
see
Super
this.
Mario being everywhere, like this dude is either on the ground or in the air, somewhere in space or some shenanigans like that.
Axe is going crazy this game. We see not the shield poke and Fury trying to roll away. That's gonna get caught perfectly by Sephiroth's up.
Someone needs to tell Yuri to do up B out of shield or just throw that man out of here. Yeet him off that stage. We don't want to see him anymore.
I wish Mario had a frog suit in him. Like instead of his flood, like flood is cool. But like if he had a frog suit, like a stance change, that would be sick.
He'd be a whole nother character at that point.
Yeah. The
Like-
frog suit. Or like a Tanuki. He gets like a third jump. Oh, it's like one wing, but for Mario.
Oh yeah, we do not need that.
He gets a brick like Kirby. Oh my word.
We do not need that. I think Mario is at the perfect middle ground for all his stuff. He does not need to be closer to the ground.
it
Plus
would-
he'd be faster.
Yeah,
and
it
all
wouldn't be
that.
good. It wouldn't be good. It would just be funny. That's the justification.
It would be funny. That's you know what? That's valid. That's valid. I can't
It's
be
not like
mad
I'm
about
giving
that.
him a gun.
But Mario would have got. I don't think Nintendo would like that.
Have you ever played like Rivals of Aether?
I've actually have yeah, I played it once.
Okay, it's like Smash.
Yeah.
But you can like get workshop characters, and someone made Mario with a gun. He's broken.
Oh, is that the game where like I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the 2D fight bumper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like making a 3D version now. Or is it already out?
I don't think it's out yet, but it's definitely getting closer to getting out.
Oh, that throw is not gonna do it.
Yuri's bringing it back. Ags has had a little bit of trouble here. 106, 115. Getting up. Slowly but surely.
Oh, that was clean. That was nice.
Yeah, he waited too.
Waited for that right into his loving arms.
I wonder, I mean, so typically the follow-up is Nair up B is the most consistent. Maybe he just didn't quite react to it fast enough, or was going for more of a flex.
I don't think anybody would have been prepared for that. I think it was just kind of like a safeguard. It's like, maybe this might not hit, but that will hit for sure.
3-2. What a set. That was
That's
close.
crazy.
Like,
That was really close. I mean, the whole time it was kind of like, bop, 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 back and forth from each one of them, and then the last one, it was like close to an extent.
was very much. I think Aggie just kind of pulled ahead early in the early game, and that really gave him that advantage. Because even though Yuri started to build his momentum, it just wasn't quite enough to get that foothold of being like, you're losing.
Yeah,
Because, yeah, didn't quite even get to that last stock, but it was close.
before Yuri was really like setting the tempo, but now like Axe took it. Did you see that? Axe just like Flip that baby
That
around.
bing bong. Yeah, because game 4, it was a huge advantage for Yuri. I think he just kind of popped off. But then Ag said, "It's my turn now," and then took the 5th game off.
Yeah, that was good. That was good, but it was nice. It was nice talking here. It was nice
to
commentating
have
with you.
Absolutely.
And the next one is Ags versus Jinx. You guys have fun with that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you again. And now we get to
Has Beat Me
see.
Throne. He's shadowing right now. That's why he was here last week. So everybody say hello, Beat Me Throne. We are now up for Ags versus Jinx. Oh, I should have let him take this too. This is going to be hype. Losers semifinals. Of course, winner of this going to go up against Causeless. Lead us off, Pack.
I think Jinx plays Peach very different than I play Peach. For the better. Because I've put a decent amount of time into Peach, and I think Peach is really fun. But I haven't been able to do quite the same thing as Jinx does. So we'll see what he's able to touch. Peach is an interesting pick. We saw earlier tonight with the refit, I think he lost that set to Ags. And so now he's going, no more refit, I'm playing Peach. Which is arguably a worse matchup. Because Peach does not do very good against sword characters, and Sephiroth is for sure one of them. And the reason for that is just because Peach gains a lot by just creating pressure through floating, and Sephiroth has such a long sword to just say, no, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
The difference between most sword characters and Sephiroth, though, is that Sephiroth is a lot slower and does not have good out of shield.
What do you think is the difference with Peach here than if Jinx had just played Wii Fit against Sephiroth?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is just the familiarity with Ags with Jinx's Wii Fit.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's just not feeling it tonight, or maybe Ags is just so used to the matchup that it's like, let me mix it up a little bit. You know, let me play a character that he's maybe not played as much with. But
Yeah, did we not see these two play in winners?
We did.
Yes. And that's actually how Jinx got down here.
So I think that's something where it's like, yeah, I didn't work out tonight. Let me try Peach, see how it goes. Maybe he'll switch in future matches. But, I mean, Peach definitely has a lot of potential here. Peach is just a good character, no doubt. It's just a matter of how are you... There's the Stitch phase. Guaranteed shield break if he hits it on shield. We can see Jinx being very hesitant here. And there's one hit. That's a quick 35%.
I would say that's more than good enough.
Yeah, all you need is one. I don't think Jinx has practiced the combos as much as I have, but he's definitely practiced the movement more than I have. And the problem with Peach is that everyone wants to play Peach and get 0 to deaths.
Yeah.
And then it's like Luigi. If you don't know what to do when they're at 40%, you just lose.
Yeah.
And so we see, though, that Jinx has been very adequate at not only getting low percent combos and being able to, but, like, building up percent past those initial combos. And we see him taking that stock there really strong. Peach does a really good job of taking stocks, and a light character like Sephiroth is going to make it even easier.
I mean, yeah, especially if we get to pull another patch phase, perhaps even a bomb. A lot riding on the line for these pulls by Jinx. However, the thing is that Ags just had him pinned down pretty hard all night. We saw that kind of play out in their last set, and I mean, it's happening again here. Like Donovan said when he was commentating just now, that Ags is just flipping the switch, really.
It really is, yeah. Flip. Here he is. And I think the biggest trend I've seen is poking. If there is a king of
I remember pointing that out last week. Yeah.
If there's a king of pokes at GCU, it is Ags.
Yeah.
Ags loves his poking option. And I think he's really been able to utilize that, not only the base form of just poking, but using it aggressively to force your opponent to do something and get stuff like that, where you get that forward tilt mix-up, where someone's maybe expecting you to keep throwing out back airs. You just wait a second, hit a forward tilt. It's those aggressive poking options that are really going to turn the tide for Ags in these matches. Ags is the player that we've really seen just be insanely consistent, but I don't think he's won an FFF. Multiple second places, just hasn't quite hit that clutch pop-off factor.
Consistently right on the cusp. And I mean, we've seen him on the cusp again here tonight, pretty much guaranteed fourth. Or guaranteed fourth or higher, is what I mean. Because they are playing for fourth right now.
we do see Jinx switching to Wii Fit. Maybe going, I'll try the Peach. Maybe it's not quite ready, so I'll go back.
I think the thing is just that Ags has been back hard at work. And again, I think that's in no small part due to Coach Underscore just putting in a lot of work to help them catch up on what they're behind on.
Absolutely. I mean, I might not be on the team, but I've gotten coaching to some extent from Storm Underscore.
Yeah.
He's given me advice, and I really appreciate it. It's some of the most useful advice I've gotten. I think just staying grounded as Greninja was a big thing that he helped me with. And so it's like, it's cool to see kind of the fruit of that, like you said, of being able to see the players who are already good enough to be on the team get even better. As much as it seems like it's not possible, it is.
I mean, look at these two. Jinx coming into GCU, probably the most experienced player we have ever had in terms of how long he'd spent in the scene. Ags, only real experience was being a Wi-Fi warrior, but that alone rocketed him into consistently being like pretty heavily top 3 contention for his entirety of being here. And now both of them even more so back better than ever, getting primed for the Cactus League competitions like that, just grinding their hearts out and showing why week after week they can make it so far in this tournament, FFF. And even any given off-campus tournament, I've seen them both finish like second at worst.
Absolutely. That's the thing, I think my sample size of observation really gets stuck in our FFF, which is so cool. But this is like the largest Arizona tournament local.
Yes.
So it's like, if this is what I'm judging off of, and they're
It's
getting
a pretty decent sample size.
and they're getting at worst 4th tonight. Like, what does it say about those smaller tournaments?
Exactly.
It's something that is very solid just to see this competition. Ags falling a little bit behind here in this match, but I think really just the biggest thing that I've heard Mars say before is the higher you get, it's about staying alive. If you can keep your stock for as long as possible, it's such a complicated skill to have just because of the discernment involved. But that's something that I think Ags has really done amazingly. Except for there, where he just got deleted.
Again, never challenge Jinx off stage. Ags had a nice run of it earlier, but
overextended for sure.
Yeah, Jeremiah was back to remind you why that's such a
He said,
time
no,
intrude.
no. He said, I got you to 170 the last stocks. This one you're going to 40. We're
exactly.
lowering the average a little bit.
Yeah. Ags just did the like locking in little head shake. All right. Love to see it. Now 1-1 tied up. This is still a best of 5 loser semis. Again, winner goes on to play Causeless. Winner of that versus Causeless goes on to play Jinx. So, I mean not Jinx, Felix. Miaxi. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. So, Miaxi has already beaten Causeless. I don't think Miaxi has played. I don't know if Miaxi has played Ags or Jinx tonight.
I don't remember her playing either of these two because I feel like they would have been sent to losers by her if they had.
Very true. Oh, that's an unfortunate SC there. Just
Very unfortunate indeed. Of course, these counters giving a lot of mileage for Ags, but he is still got a lot more mileage to catch up on.
I don't know if you saw. I saw a tier list for this game recently. It kept popping up. And I don't know the legitimacy of it, but it was interesting because it put a lot of characters that I thought were better lower down. One of those, I think, was Sephiroth. Sephiroth is one of those characters where I think he came out and people thought that he had a ton of potential and was going to be a really good character.
Yeah.
And then the more the meta evolved, it was very much like, it's good, but not, just struggles to really get to.
That's the funny thing is that he is still a really good character, and his weaknesses, I mean, his strengths really do shine. He does have more glaring weaknesses than top tiers, and that's really the only reason why you would place him lower on a lot of tier lists. It's because, again, that's just is the quirk of this being a almost 90 character game. Is there are going to be characters who are ranked low, even if they're pretty good. Like this game has a lot of high tiers, a lot of mid tiers. Of course, you can only have so many top tiers, and you can only have so many bottom tiers. But the game does not have a lot of just like low tiers of characters who are just like, they kind of just don't really work in most aspects, and their strengths never really shine through. Like most of the low tiers even still shine in an area or two that makes them viable at least this level of competitive play, if not even the highest level of competitive play. And I would say that's true for really both characters on screen. Although wow. Although I'm sure Sephiroth was higher than Wii Fit, like probably by a decent margin. Wii Fit to me feels like just a very unexplored character in competitive play, but I may be mistaken.
It was almost like Rosalina and Luma, where I've seen Dabuzz play Rosalina and Luma, and it looks scary. Like, I don't want to play that. But then it's like you play someone, like I'll play Rosalina and be like, this character sucks.
I actually had a question for Zach in chat. Why are you dodging today? No offense.
Where are you? Is what
I just know Genesis is over and whatnot, so I was wondering what you're at, what you're
I
doing.
mean, sure, I've still gotten to complain about Greninja, but I wanted to do it even more.
Yeah, it'd be even better to do it, to complain about Greninja together in person.
Yeah. Like you were saying earlier, I think something I think of is like my casual experience with Pokemon is I'd get a Pokemon and I'd say, this is the coolest Pokemon ever. It's so good.
I saw Hime in chat talking about the GCU spot dodge.
Yeah.
It's going to be some heavy lifting before we get that out of this community.
That's when Storm retires. When everyone stops spot dodging, you'll know that he's done.
You'll know that he's done his job. Exactly.
Very true. Start counting. No, it's because they're all scrubs. No, just kidding. They're doing way better here than I do. But playing Pokemon, I'd get a Pokemon and I'd be like, this is a good Pokemon. Like, I'm gonna win. And then you get a better Pokemon, and you're like, this is a better Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then you get a better, and then it evolves. And then eventually, like, you beat the game and you get the legendary or whatever, You get, like, Zekrom or whatever, and you're like, it's over. This is the only Pokemon I'm using for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And it's the same here, where it's like, you start playing the game, you play Kirby, you go, this character's broken.
Yeah.
And then you play, like, Cloud, and you're like, this character's broken. And then you play Steve. So it's the same progression of, like, things are good, they could be better.
Yeah. Life is good, but it could be better.
And so it's like, what are you comparing to? Great DI in there. We see a lot of people playing against Jinx. They'll DI that down throw out onto the platform thinking, oh, text. But that sets up perfectly for a header just for huge damage from Jinx. The recognition there from Ags was just great because he DI'd it, didn't get hit with the header, and boom, you're chilling. Because the problem is, even if you feel like teching is safe, it takes time. And some characters do really good with tech situations, and Wii Fit might not in the horizontal direction, but on terms of platform, it's something that I think it really does well in.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing Ags kind of just struggle in this ledge trapping situation right now because Jinx is up 2-1 at the moment, so it really a next explosive kill is going to make it pretty hard for Ags to come back in this set, and it's going to make it's starting to look a lot more like a Jinx W. Of course, we are seeing him now with Deep Breathing on deck, kind of holding down the fort, but Ags does turn around the situation, not able to get the kill, though. And that's really a big problem right now, is both of them are having trouble closing out the stock. We've seen this a couple times throughout their set right now. Even that forward throw not doing it.
Absolutely. They very consistently, except for that last stock of the last game.
Yeah.
Both of these players really surviving. But
There
that'll
we
be
go.
enough.
Yeah, Jinx saw that opportunity of he was charging Flare and knew he wouldn't be able to cancel it before he could get hit by Sun Salutation.
I think this stalemate, what really is provoking it. I was mentioning this the last game. One thing that Ags does very well is calling people's bluffs and saying, you're not gonna do this.
Yeah.
And that really gets him those kills of like surviving. And then something Jinx is really good at is saying, you're going to do this.
Yeah.
And so those two kind of mix together where it's like you both players recognize the kind of like gimmicks and like things that the other character's trying to catch.
Wow!
Oh my word, it's too strong.
The charged Deep Breathing up smash, yeah.
That'll do it. I have not seen it in a minute.
Yeah, me neither, oh my goodness.
But yeah, both of these players like understand that the other person is trying to get them to choke up and recognizing when the other one is going to like fake it. And so what ends up happening is no one ends up dying until, yeah, see, not gonna do it. Axe really starting to get percent here. This could be a start for him. 155. Axe living.
Nice.
There that is. That'll be a 3-1 for Axe. Axe might have DG in it. DG went to Jinx today.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. And
It's pretty
very close matches though. Just both of their abilities to
Yeah.
really hold on to those stocks made it so that it was a faster paced game, but we got more of it, which is always nice from the commentary side.
I see Casey contemplating over there, like coach underscore. He's like already like working up how to formulate the Jinx counterplay for Ags. All right, we are seeing Cosmos and Jinx about to face off now. Before the two will then play into Mioxi, so this is gonna look like another great set.
Absolutely. Two
Sorry, they
very,
were trying to see if they were good or not, and I'm like, yes.
so we get to see more Greninja, more complaining from my side, hopefully.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, hey, it is made for some very active commentary. I can't lie.
hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where I'm like, if I was good at the game, I would just play Peach. I'm not good at the game.
Zach didn't know Seth counter can break. That is very funny, because you played probably a bajillion times against Sue.
But Greninja just doesn't have any moves strong enough
Yeah,
to
that's
break
true.
it.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, it's super duper rare. You'll only see it from like a Warlock punch or like limit break, stuff like that.
And some guy that works out a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I'll
Hey, it
always
was
be
charged. Deep breathing F smash. You gotta put respect on it.
true. I'll always be disappointed that Jinx plays the male Wii Fit trainer, and I don't have a good reason for that. I don't like his haircut.
I remember they were showing the graphic, the top 8 graphic, and Jinx was like, hey, what's the deal with we're like, hey, what's the deal with this? And we're like, what? And he says, I don't play women. And he points, and because it had the female Wii Fit trainer, and we're like, what? And Andrew's like, he's like, I play male Wii Fit. We're like, oh. He's like, I don't play women though. I was like, what about Peach? Your main secondary.
It's a philosophical thing. He doesn't play women, you know. He doesn't do women dirty. He has too much respect for them, which I can kind of respect.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's discrimination.
Yeah, true. I would say, remind me, did we review this matchup for Greninja specifically? Like, what
I
you
don't
have to
think
say
so.
about Wii Fit? Surely you've played Jinx before.
No.
Not really? No. I guess your heyday is long gone
Yeah, he's too young.
since Jinx has been in here.
I played Kirby against Jinx and got 3 stock.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. I feel like I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Actually, I would get worse than 3 stocks because you at least like play Kirby a little bit. Anyways,
I
we are
did
seeing
good.
Cosmos
I
kind
did
of
good at
jump-
the start, and then I died.
Yeah, we were seeing Cosmos kind of just hop up and down and trying to weave around where he can, like you said, using that big jump height.
Good. There's one thing Greninja's good at. It's zoners.
Yep.
So, you know, it's pretty solid. Cosmos 99, I think, has a very good flow chart of having the commitment to throw out water shurikens. I think he throws out water shurikens more, I think, than the Zek and any Greninja I've seen. So just a lot more patient in that neutral, whereas I think the Zek, you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, plays a lot more aggressive in terms of the pressure close up, whereas Cosmos 99 is doing a lot more pressure from afar,
Yeah.
and focusing a lot more on frame traps that come out of that almost. Going deep for that back air, oh my word. Jinx maybe just not fully expecting it, getting that deep breathing, but still has a bit of a lead, but we are going to see even stocks. There's that up air that I was talking about.
Not quite able to catch
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Never. That's
Never, ever.
I think something that Storm underscore told me. And never. Up air is not good.
Yeah.
As much as it sounds good. And that's the similar thing with like a lot of characters where it's like you can have it's high risk, high reward, and it's like when does the risk is it not worth it? You know, when does the reward it's not it. Where like Greninja has so much high risk combos. Oh my word. Goodbye.
Oh.
Cosmos getting like a little comfortable there with that first backer off stage, and then at the second time Jinx was like,
getting a little fancy with it.
Yeah, he was like, not this time.
Jinx just-
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's that kind of conditioning there where it was
Bro.
like Jinx just was kind of like almost lackadaisical in
Yeah.
the way that he recovered. And then at the end, he was like, I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
It's like baiting your opponent into not respecting you.
Yeah. Reverse conditioning.
It really is, yeah. Like, let you think that you're conditioning me when in reality I'm playing the long game. It's almost playing like, I don't know if you like playing like the deception kind of games like Secret Hitler or
I
like
love those kind
Coup. They're so fun. And the biggest thing, you know, in a lot of those is like, make them think that you're clueless and
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing, and then realize that you've been orchestrating the whole thing. Great job.
Werewolf
Harry.
is like that too. I just really like social games with that kind of aspect.
They're
Because it can, you can nullify having poor build like execution with skill checks by just having a little tiny pitch of good luck and good communication skills.
One thing I'd like to point out is I think I personally know 3 people who punish Greninja's recovery, and it's Storm underscore, Anarcho, and Jinx.
Yeah.
Like, those are the 3 people that have ever, like,
The old heads.
the old heads.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like we saw there, where Jinx said, wait a minute, I can just downer your recovery.
Yeah.
It's like, why does no one do that?
Yeah.
And so, very early kill there, and that's what's kind of given him the
I think
lead.
there are a decent amount of characters who might reasonably get a little bit afraid to get hit by Greninja upbeat. But other characters can just do that.
Literally. It's like, unless you play Ike or Chrom,
Yeah.
like, it's
You're
not
fine.
bad. We see another thing that Jinx has been doing is
I also like hitting the berry at low percent just to see what direction Cosmos will like to go in, so that they can apply it later. And that's it.
the third
Wow.
downer. 3 in a row. He said, nah. And that's why I say that. That's why I brought it up, because it's like, no one punishes Greninja's recovery. It's not good. And Causeless 99, I think that's where kind of conditioning comes in. We see he was really just kind of up being straight up. And Greninja, you know, you can angle it, but like, you go straight up, he's like, I'm just going to punish that. It's linear. It's not that fast.
Yeah.
No hitboxes. I'll just kill you. So it's worked out a lot for him. Causeless 99, though, on the other hand, to look at, like, he's been doing a really good job of getting the combos. It's just a matter of recognizing Jinx's knowledge. We saw him earlier getting that dash attack drag down chain, but even then, just kind of recognizing Jinx's knowledge of being able to tech that. We see there, he techs it again, gets the neutral tech, and that's just a knowledge check. The best thing to do against Greninja when he drag downs is neutral tech. If you roll, Greninja has time to dash attack. If you neutral tech, Greninja does not have time to easily react and dash attack. And so that's just something where Jinx just really has that recognition to not get cheesed.
Yeah.
And that's been saving him so much time in stocks. The Costless 99 is going to, you know, get the frame trap there, get the up smash, and that recognition also from him has been great. And that's what I find really, like, those concepts that just kind of, like, come time and time again of having recognition, of understanding the game can help you go so
I've said before,
far.
I'll say it again, that's exactly what puts Jinx over so many players here at FFF, is that Jinx just has the experience outside of FFF. For so long, he has played in the AZ Smash scene and just Smash in general, that he, like, again, he has that experience and that recognition of playing this many matches. Wow. Really just able to blow Cosmos out of the water there with the berry. Now he has Cosmos really on the back foot because, again, up a stock. But he's also just rushing down with the soccer ball to support him a little bit. Surprisingly not getting deep breathing off his deck because, again, I think that's because he does not want to take his foot off the gas pedal right now. He's kind of recognizing that he is ahead and that will not change anytime soon. So he is just burying Cosmos with as much percent as possible, staying on top of him, bobbing and weaving around the defense.
Yeah, it's like you're setting the pace. Why would you stop it?
I mentioned earlier burying the opponent at low percent. I think the other thing, though, is that Cosmos can able to figure out that because Greninja's jump height is so high, he's usually able to avoid it. Jinx going for the spike because, you know, why wouldn't you?
Why not? It's low risk, high reward.
Say it's free. Ooh, okay. Nice. Very close evasion by Jinx.
Great fastball there.
Yeah.
Just to get to the ledge. There's the down tilt up smash. Not gonna kill.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Ninja just jumps too high and falls too fast to get consistent follow-ups after missing.
Yeah. All right, there's that
Off
deep
stage
breathing.
specifically.
Looks like this game could close out any minute now. That's going to be it. Yeah.
3-0 for Jinx. Really
Yeah,
dominant play there. I think
clean
Kozlowski
3-0 for Jinx.
just
Wow.
wasn't really able to get through those defensive options. Jinx just kind of had something ready. You know, he's always like, "Oh, you're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. You're gonna. Oh, I'm already doing this."
Yeah, that's the set. That it's funny they were saying we were behind, and I was like, well, pretty much every set since then has been a 3-0. So I guess we're
speed running.
speeding it up.
Very much so.
Speaking of which, Jinx is now going to face off again. What's up?
I think we're giving it a small second.
Oh, okay, cool.
Quick
She's off the
phone
phone, so it'll be 1 second.
You know
But,
how it is.
but after she's off the phone, it will be Jinx versus Mioxi.
Ooh,
And this is Grant's.
solid.
Yeah.
Solid. It is interesting, just like understanding the game more in any sense, and I feel like you always learn new stuff, and then you see the same old things over and over. I'll be
What,
60 and I'll see people spot dodging, but he keeps spot dodging.
Keep spot dodging. You know, 99% of spot dodging addicts quit just before they make it big.
It's very true.
Right before they evade the next big attack.
Spot dodging is such a good option.
It's
The
pretty
problem
fresh.
is it's too good.
What were you saying?
This is the first time that the first, second, and third seed have been first, second, and third.
Nice.
Well, unless
Presuming that this goes the way, yeah.
Wow, we got first, second, third seed getting first, second, and third.
That's good seeding.
Hypothetically, there's a chance.
There's a chance.
It's funny. Weird how it works out like that. It's like we have good
Yeah.
TOs.
Who got fourth? Oh, never mind. Well, what seed got fourth is what I meant to say. I know who got fourth. I was there. It was right here. Actually, it was right
me.
there, but pretty close.
Very true. Alrighty. The one thing that's definitely hard is like Jinx has been playing
What?
these games one after
Why does
another.
this hand look much more pale than this one? What's happening?
Hmm.
See that? What's
Shadows,
something
I
about
guess.
lighting? I don't know. So they don't look like that. If anything, in real life, this actually looks with more pigment
I agree.
than this hand. But
Fox,
weird.
Ditto. If there's one person that's gonna mess around and
Zek said
grand
actually
finals-
Jinx is getting first. Sorry, Chad, I got the script already. How would you know? I wrote the script. Although you are right, nobody knows what Jinx is like in the Fox Ditto. They don't know his number like I do.
I mean, he's kind of popping off here. Look at these drag downs. Mioxi knows the character.
Nice.
Crazy. It just feels so fast.
Nice little up smash out of shield, the classic. This thing's gonna move like at a pretty breakneck pace, folks. So lock in.
Get ready.
Yeah. Obviously, Mioxi is a Fox man. Jinx less so, but still pretty much aware of how to work Fox's tools. So a lot of them are just gonna be blowing each other up with some quick combos and sending those stocks home at like 50, 60, 80%.
Yeah, they're both really
More like
quick
60,
to
70, 80.
die. There's that up there. That'll do it.
Yep.
Yeah, you see some matchups, you're like, they're not dying to win it. You see this and you go, they're dying whenever.
Yeah.
Anytime, any day.
Really whenever it's convenient. Especially because I was about to say, yeah, you can also just always spike their recovery. Fox loses to Fox off stage.
That's wild.
Mission complete.
What a game.
They could do Wii Fit Dittos, that'd be fun.
It would be really funny. I've never seen you actually play like a non-rush down character.
Stop battle.
Yeah, I mean, she plays predominantly Fox, but I've also seen her play the Sword Fighter and
That's-
ZSS.
Kinda crazy.
Well, but here we go.
3, 2,
She's on the phone while playing. You can literally see the phone on the shoulder.
That's
That is very funny. Game 2 of Grand Finals. The the likely winner of the tournament on the phone.
Who would have thought?
This is Firefox Fridays.
In-game coaching.
Yeah, mid-set coaching. Probably not. It's probably like,
Getting
oh,
trolled.
did you pay your fee? And you're like, no, government. I have not yet to pay my fee, but I will. Nice. Both bouncing off there. No Jesus tech, but you know. Also, they did the trick of running up and doing that taunt to try and fake Firefox.
Firefox at Firefox.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna be the article title. FFF 110. Firefox Fridays.
Firefox Friday on a Friday. Crazy conversion there from James.
I wish we still had one of our photographers here to just take a picture of Mia on her phone. It'd be very funny.
Get it from the stream.
This is a all GCU Grands, by the way. I hope I should point that out to you, the folks at home. Yeah, like I said, you really just have to win off stage if Jinx wants to close this gap. Because right now, Mioxi's doing that for the most part. Uh-oh. Nice. Okay. Okay. The drag down. Oh, the jab lock.
Yeah. Big.
Ooh. Ouch. Youch.
It's a tough one.
It is a tough one. All right, that's Mioxi up 2-0. What now? Another Fox Ditto, perhaps?
This
Perhaps a
could be-
random?
This could be
Who can tell? Not me.
it. We'll see if Fox Ditto.
We are still seeing the Fox Ditto, still at PS2. They're just going to run it out like usual. Uh-oh. Already.
You just got. Oh, he's living. What is
The
happening?
shine. She just went down and shined and
That's
was
crazy.
going to try to recover, but
The
wasn't able to.
Chad move. Absolutely
real.
raw.
Ugh. Nice. Drag down. Oh, and nice response. Okay. Oh, a perfect way past that little air dodge.
With the turnaround.
Yeah.
Crazy. Those little slick turnarounds are kind of crazy.
Nice.
Okay, last stock.
Sorry, I
Game
just
three.
was overhearing them. I'm like, oh.
I think Jinx misses Noah.
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him in the interview. Oh, nice little response there. Again, Jinx always so close, but so far away as Mioxi takes home FFF 110 with another 3-0. I think that was like 3 3-0s back-to-back from her. So, congratulations, to be honest. All right, that's the event.
I'll do it.
That will do it.
It felt fast. You know, it
It
was
did.
like a slow build up,
It
and
felt-
then all of a sudden it was like you're just killing people.
We went to break. I had Donovan do his set with you to kind of gain more experience, and then I feel like it took like 5 minutes. What's up?
It was speedy.
Sure. Cool.
It was quite speedy, some would say. So,
All right, we're gonna do the interview after all. Awesome.
well,
Yippee!
that means
What's up?
I
Oh, this is
will
Parker's
say
controller.
my goodbye. This is my controller.
Parker was playing the whole time.
This is about however old the game is
Yeah.
how long I've had this, and
Yeah.
it has been my trusty. You can see the B button has a lot of wear.
Here, let me see.
Not really. It's kind of gross.
Cause it's it's connected. No, yeah, my X button is like actually like jammed. Like it'll
Really?
stick in.
I tried to open it and I couldn't. I
What's up?
don't know. I hope it's clean. It's kind of greasy, kind of gross. But here it
Mia.
is. If you're wondering how I win, and if you want to see my controls, this I have this as attack, this as
Inter-
special, these two as jump.
Would you mind going and get her?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for looking at my
Just I don't
control.
want to yell at her from across the room. It'd be kind of rude. Just say excuse me and please and thank you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. Hello. Sorry, I thought you had said you didn't want to do interviews, so I was like, dope. But no, congrats. Well, you gotta get your headset on first. Thank you for coming out. Congrats. I think you did like 3 straight 3-0s at the end there. or
I did
something
not
like
drop
that.
a game.
Oh, didn't drop a game. Awesome. Congrats. I normally I'd ask about Grants, but I mean it was the Fox Ditto.
Well,
So-
because he wants to pick up Fox.
Awesome.
That's what that was.
Awesome.
And Fox is a little weird. I'm sure you saw with the
Oh, yeah.
forward air, up B trades.
That's what I was saying. I was like, Fox loses to Fox off stage. That's pretty much all you
But
gotta do.
literally, because
Yeah.
you can do. Do you know what Armada Shines are? Armada Shines in Melee is
Yeah.
like when you shine them right as their Firefox is coming out.
You went
And
down
it's
there.
like I got really good at doing that because I
Yeah.
was like, what if I did
Yeah.
it? It's funny.
Yeah, I was like just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you pull that out when you had gone onto the right side there. Do you have any other major sets you'd like to shout out? I mean, you've just played Causeless.
Costless, yeah, because that was like weirdly hard compared to other players I have fought. Even though it was a 3-0, he like literally game 1 he just didn't know what was happening. Game 2 he like messed up some stuff, which like whatever. But game 3 was really hard, and the way he was playing was like the way I tell people to play versus
Yeah.
Fox, and it was really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I always think that Costless is like really good. There are some players who kind of have the curse where like they play up, where like they play better versus the top players.
Yeah.
But then they play down where
Yeah.
they like they either don't know what's happening or it's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this guy's just spamming, and then
Yeah.
it's like you just lose to that because you're tilted and you
I
don't know how
getcha.
to deal
Yeah.
with it.
I getcha.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Anything else you got to say about your run tonight?
No, I mostly came into this tournament just like to work on specific stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I just want to play Tekken 8 right now.
I
was like, I'm gonna wrap up this tournament real quick. so I can
Tekken
play
8, Lethal League, Skylanders, all the best
I
games,
saw it,
really.
Skylanders,
Yeah, I noticed also you played only Fox every time I saw you on stream, anyways.
Yeah, I'm having a bit of a like, I don't know what character is, but
Yeah.
I'm talking to my coach right now, and I'm working on like just specific things, which again was part of the reason why I came here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a process, but I'll get there.
Is there another character you're going to be working on in the future?
Well, I don't know. I don't even know what my future looks like with this game. I was
enough.
playing a lot of Bayo, because yeah. I have always been on and off with ZSS, but I always end up not liking it. So it's like
yeah.
I did almost go ZSS versus Rayman because game 1 was pretty close.
Yeah.
And it's Fox Luigi. I'm just like I really don't like
Yeah,
this
you
matchup.
do
but
not
it's
want
like,
to play that.
I can do this, and
Yeah.
then I like won 2 stocks. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
awesome.
I got it, and I got a really good instance of like things I'm working on in that set too. So I was
Yeah.
happy.
Thanks again for coming
thank
out.
you for
Congrats again
hosting.
for not dropping a game. And I think we're going to close out now. Thank you guys so much for watching or coming out to play. See you guys at FFF 111.